Well, salutations everybody, what's a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand and delicious to each and every one of you on this, the 20th of July 2026? Multitude of things have ended up happening. Spain have won the World Cup. England have gone home empty-handed. My hair has decided to turn around and go all fuzzly on me, which means that it spent a surprising amount of time to make myself look somewhat presentable today. So the joys of that. But all in all, I'm here with a cup of coffee. I'm here with the joy in my heart. And I'm here to say salutations to each and every one of you. How is the crack treating you, my friends? I hope it is going good, grand, and delicious on this fine day. Same stuff as normally ends up going ahead with myself. Nothing of too much interest, just consistently being myself, I, and everything else that ends up coming down to it. Senior Walt, it is a pleasure to have you in, my friends. If you haven't, give the owner of Club 98 a follow. A gent and a scholar, fantastic streamer in his own right, and the whole lot. Always up for the crack, always up for the gish. If you can give him a follow, please ensure that you do. Always up for the crack, always up for the conversations. But how is life treating you, my friend? I hope it's going good, grand, and delicious. Senior Duck, it is a pleasure to see you in today as well. How is life treating you? Thank you, Chef, for getting there. I just wasn't ready as well. Although, to be fair, calling herself Tearful Seraph is a surprisingly good name, considering it's taken into account the actual font as well as everything else. You know, it's nice to end up seeing it with the crack is put that way. It's always good, grand, and delicious, you know. I actually end up liking when the bot accounts or the bullshit accounts that end up coming in have a bit of interest to them, a bit of difference to them, a bit of variety that ends up making it up there. That can always be good, grand, and delicious. My friends, another individual that's here that obviously deserves a bit of a shout out as well is the wonderful Miss Sassy TTV, another very good streamer who's always up for the gish, always up for the crack, has a couple of raid trains coming up in the near future as well, where hopefully their display in gaming will be better than their last display on Dead or Alive. Not Dead or Alive, I'm thinking about bloody Benny Kage. Dead by Daylight. But you know yourself, you chance your arm, you see how she goes. I mean, I've seen you play, Sassy. We can't be expecting much.
That gun right between your butt cheeks, dude. You stay away from me.
It's like expecting the Republic of Ireland to qualify for a tournament. You know?
You don't see shit. No. How are you that fast?
Yeah, even for me, that might be a bit mean. That might be a bit mean, Sassy.
Ain't no way you're that fast.
Also, Sis, it's a pleasure to have you in, and Arctic Fox, it is a pleasure to have you in. We'll get your shout-outs now in a minute. We'll just give a bit of rotation to go around so that it actually ends up coming true, good, grand, and delicious for everyone, along with yourself, Senior, up as well. We need to end up giving you the love. But I should ask all of you, how is your Monday going? Have you started doing anything? Has it been good, grand, and delicious? Has it all been up to the regular schnuff and crack of what we end up doing? I hope that it has. I've been watching the WWE stuff that's been happening for a while, and it's interesting the level of slighting they're getting ahead. Ahead, as low as $25. If I had the capabilities of flying out to goddamn Minneapolis, Minnesota, I'd be tempted to do it. But, to those that are there, fair play to them. wouldn't be a stream of mine if something didn't go wrong. I think my internet just ended up having a hissy fit because I was getting ready to write down this person's name, and it just got scared of showcasing their awesomeness over the wavelengths. But my friends, if you can do as well, give Sis the Great a follow. You know, it's hilarious when this type of crap ends up happening, but you do what you can and see how she cooks. But yes, the joys of how all ends up coming together. It could also be because I was mean to you, Sassy. That is 100% true. That could be a possibility that it was because I was mean to you. Although, you know, your sassiness and my sassiness do tend to interact with each other quite well. So you know that I secretly love you. You know that I secretly love you. Not as much as I love my coffee, but I still secretly love you. Ah, coffee. A city cup? No, it's literally a blue cup. You pedantic fuck up. It's just a blue cup. What, do I need to be fancy and bring out my teacup just to placate you with all of its nice flowery elements on it for when I'm drinking tea? Yeah, Sassy, you can thank Katie. She's after giving you her sword. I mean, to be fair, you're not giving me wonderful joys in the middle of the morning. I mean, if you were giving me wonderful joys in the middle of the morning, Sassy, I'd love you equally as much. Also, Katie, how are you doing today, my dear? I hope it's going good, grand, and delicious. I hope that it is. I was gonna say, you didn't request it. So, it didn't actually find whatever you were looking for. Interesting. Yeah, it didn't actually find what you were looking for there, Duck. So, give us 1 second, we'll see what's on about there, because it does appear to actually be connected. It's up and the whole lot, so... That's there. Hold on now. Let's see what ends up happening. That's up now. Just before you end up going lurking, my friends, too, Senior up as a gent and a scholar as well. Another fantastic streamer. Always up for the good, grand, and delicious crack. Give him a follow if you can do. He does reading streams, writing streams, and stuff such as that. Oscar, my friend, how is life treating you? Is it going good, grand, and delicious? Did you enjoy the Spanish game? The Spain-Argentinian game? I know an awful lot of people were happy by the fact that it ended up going ahead. Episodes are not supported, please. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, unfortunately, we can't end up playing that, Senior Duck. So, I look at that. Technology is great when it works. It's smart when it works. Okay, so it's this. Blah, man, you think you could talk with... I know it's an AI voice, but talk with a bit of diction. I understand that technology is wonderful. It should have been more than that, to be fair. England dominated that game, Katie. England absolutely dominated that game. You know, so it should have been actually more than that when you think about it. Also, my friends, if you can do, please give the absolutely wonderful Arctic Fox, Arctic Strawberry Fox, a follow as well. Another very good streamer, always up for the crack, always up for the conversation, so we see how it ends up going. Spain. Yes, sorry, Spain, not England. Although, to be fair, England did dominate against France and then, you know, made it hard on themselves. So, you know, typical stuff there as well. I must say, the peak map on Mecha Chameleon is an interesting map. I do find it a bit unfortunate it doesn't have your man in the background. Whatever his name is, the supervisor or whatever the hell Benny and Kicker have told us that it's called before. I can never remember the name of it, but it's a shame that it doesn't have that. Anyways, my friends, last time we ended up going live, we actually ended up trying to get our bit of fun versus our Irish nomad here of Dogda. We're going to give ourselves another go now and see if we're able to do it. So we'll see how the Craic ends up treating us as we go up against him. We have 3 side quests here we can do before we continue on with the actual plot itself. We have to face Dogda, we have to face Marindi, and we have to face Mephisto. And we'll start with Dogda and see how life ends up treating us. I mean, Hunter Hearst Hemsley, the joys of it. But how has your day been treating you, Senior Duck? Has it been good? Has it been grand? Do you think now that the World Cup is finished that you'll ever use the World Cup mode again in Football Manager 26, or is that just done and dusted, finished, and kaplooey? Because, in my opinion, it's probably just done, dusted, and kaplooey, sadly. Okay, and we can give ourselves a charge. Hopefully next turn we end up getting to do our full move. Depends on him. Thank you, Fox, for the hydrate. Genuinely appreciate it and wonderful. I was afraid he'd take out her. So we won't go straight into that, so let's bring out another strong user. Let's bring out our good friend Go! Odin. Fang break. Then Figmentation Slice. Had to try. Some don't know how Golden Boot works. Many think Messi should have it. Yes, I know. I understand this viewpoint that people end up having. That the Golden Boot effectively should be decided by the people that are in the final. One of the 2 teams that are in the final, the top goal scorer of that team should end up winning the Golden Boot. So an awful lot of people think that the top goal scorer of the team that wins the World Cup should win the Golden Boot, as opposed to the top goal scorer of the entirety of the competition. With that being said, I thought Messi did have the most amount of goals. Or was it Haaland? Or was it Mbappe? At the end of the day, I don't really care. Like, those awards mean absolutely bloody nothing to anyone. So, you know, whatever ends up suiting everyone that ends up coming down, it's interesting. But it was Mbappe that won it, right, Katie? Or am I getting that mixed up as well as everything else? Whew. Okay. That was a lot of damage that I wasn't expecting. He did win it. Yeah, that's what I thought. I figured it was going to end up being him. Makes sense for it to be him. Okay, cool. So we're in an okay situation now as it goes around to Dogda's turn. Dogda does so much damage. Well, yeah, well, that's how it should be. It should be the person that scores the most. Also, we're going to do the Luster Candy, even though we're going to lose Lakshmi as a result. Oh, really? Makasuchi twice in a row? Oh! Well, we're going to actually pause ourselves for a second as well. Shmo Gaming, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. How is life treating you? It is an absolute pleasure to have you in. Let us know what it was that you were doing, my friend. Does it tell us? Bloodborne. Oh, beautiful. Bloodborne is the first Souls-esque game that I ever ended up playing. I got to the final boss, and then the person whose PS4 that I was using deleted the goddamn save on me, so horrible. But we ended up going down there. Is this your first time playing Bloodborne? Have you played it before? For all of the raiders that are after coming in with Shmo, I am Craic from CraicAttackCentral, the Johnny Bravo of Twitch, some people have said. But I am an Irish streamer here in the northwest side of the Emerald Isle. I'm variety in nature, do all elements of type of stuff from, as we're doing today, Shin Megami Tensei, to Football Manager, to Path of Exiles, to a smattering of other horse manure. So it's a pleasure to have you in. If you want to lurk, nothing wrong with lurking. If you want to chat, I'm ready to end up having here and have a conversation, my friends. Just remember, I don't bite. Unless you want me to. I do have to raid and lurk. Gotta get ready for work. Well, enjoy work, my friend. Thank you so much for choosing me as the destination. It's an absolute pleasure for it to do so. I hope work goes phenomenally well for you. And it's a pleasure to have the Unk raid come true now. Evelyn to the Alpha and Met Something, two phenomenal names. Pleasure to have you in. How is life treating ye? Is it good, grand, and delicious? I hope that it is going good. That's horrible. Yeah, this is the first playthrough. I'm on the DLC right now, getting my butt handed to me. We'll wait until you end up getting to what at one point was considered the hardest Souls-like boss in all of Souls games, until you end up getting to Elden Ring. Exvicity. Exvicity! What a crack-a-lackin'. Is it all going good, grand, and delicious? Me name is Le Phenomenal. 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 Da, 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 da. Oh. And for those of you who want to know what phenomenal song we're laying to, that. I don't know if you're making a reference to that, Evelyn, but that's the reference, my friend, that I'll take. I was in Paris for Clash in Paris when we ended up singing that for 16 minutes long on goddamn Raw. Also, thank you, Arctic, for the posture check. I'll do a little stretch as well with it. Ooh, and thank you all so much for the follows, my friends. Genuinely, it is a pleasure to have you all in. I hope that the crack is treating you all 90, and you end up enjoying all while it is here. I'm guessing all of you end up playing Souls-like games as well, do you, your friends? Or is it just that Shmo was having a good old display and you were just enjoying the crack watching them? Ooh, I'm going to look forward to this one. And, yep, that's working okay. Let's see how that one ends up going in. Just because it's a song you haven't heard before, I'm actually going to refund you your points on that one. Because I don't actually mind refunding points every now and again if it's a bit of crack. But yeah, we're just going to enjoy. I can confirm I do not play Souls games. Well, I'm playing Shin Megami Tensei V Vengeance, Conquest of Creation route. And this is often considered a Souls-like RPG. But you know yourself, we just enjoy ourselves. And by the way, that's horseshit. It isn't a Souls-like RPG. But you know, it's funny that some people end up considering it that way. So what type of games would you end up going for yourself, Met Something? Are you like myself and a bit of an RPG head? Are you a shooting head? What type of ways do you end up going yourself? What type of direction do you lead yourself towards? Mistakes were made, actually. Platformers. So what, you'd be wow, okay.
500!
2 in a row, my god, nice to end up seeing it. Roaming Souls thank you so much
This guy
for the
gave me
raid, my
500
friend. It is a
bucks.
pleasure to have you in. How has the crack been treating you? I hope that it's all going good, grand, and delicious, my friend. Pleasure to have you in. Thank you so much for sending the love my direction, my friend. I appreciate it more than you know. How did you find Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? If you need to raid and run, please make sure you do so. Look after yourself, but feel free to converse if you want to as well, my friend. I hope that the crack is treating you nighting. We're in the end game too, so it's been a while. So you're actually feeling powerful again, which is beautiful to end up happening. For those that are after coming in with Roman who don't know who I am Craic from CraicAttackCentral. I am an Irish streamer here from the Emerald Isle who ends up enjoying good, grand and delicious fun, always up for the conversation, always up for the crack. If you want to lurk, please feel free to do so. If you want to chat, please feel free to do so. I do not bite unless you want me to. But I also play the likes of Shin Megami Tensei, Football Manager, Path of Exile 2, and a smattering of other sus variety streamers. So a pleasure to end up having it in. But genuinely awesome to hear that you're enjoying it. Hardcore playthrough. So when you're saying hardcore playthrough, roaming, is that basically if you die you're done and you wipe your save? Is that you're not using any healing items? Are you adding extra elements to it yourself that initiate the hardcore variancy of it? How does that end up working, if you don't mind me asking, for Kingdom Come Deliverance? Also, my friends, another friend of the chat that deserves a bit of love, please send your way over to Webby, another fantastic streamer, deserves a bit of fun, deserves a bit of crack, always up for the crack, and we'll see what ends up happening. I'm so sorry I have to leave. Change my charging my phone is a task that has unfortunately fallen upon me. Absolutely no problem whatsoever, Meta. I am here, and you've given us a follow. Please come back whenever you want to, and it was a pleasure talking to you, my friend. Just remember, before you go, I have been.
Don't ask me
Go on, give us 1 second.
I have a bearded
I have been.
lady. Bird on my lady.
If you can wait another second. Sorry, Webby, your actual pop-up is getting in the way at the moment.
I don't think that I like chicks with beards, but.
We'll wait and we finish this up. Connor, thank you so much for the biddies, my friend. It's awesome to have you in. How is the crack treating you? I hope it's going good, grand, and delicious. So my friend, as you're going to end up doing your stuff, I have been Stupid Sexy Crack, Schlongafol, and as always, my friend, Pogue Mahone. Have a good one charging your phone. Oh, I do know this song, actually. This is done edits and the whole lot on TikTok. It's actually a really good song. I've seen this used a lot on Dragon Ball Xenoverse edits. In KCD, it means you have bad perks. So, for example, more damage taken, less damage dealt. You get dirty faster, you have no compass or marker on the map, and you can't ask for directions, and things are just genuinely harder. That's interesting. I didn't remember that in Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, but I haven't played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 yet, so that sounds fascinating to me, souls. And which, by the way, obviously, if you don't want to spoil it for both yourself or the people that came in through your raid, which ending are you going for? Who did you romance? Or are you being a stalwart of sensibility and just being an honourable Henry that didn't romance anybody? Hans fucking Kappen. I don't blame you at all. He's a complete and utter arse, but he is a fantastic person. Gotta go. I hope you have a wonderful sleep. Thank you so much, Strawberry. Just make sure that your crack is 90. I have been Stupid Sexy Crack, and as is always the case, just remember to poke me home, my friend. Have a fantastic time away. I never deny that he's a dick, but I love his bratty fucking ass. I mean, I do too. I will say I watched a bit of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 because I was genuinely curious how they were going to Metroidvania Henry, because they had to. The whole point of that game is starting from shit and becoming stronger, so I figured they were going to Metroidvania Henry's ass, and I was curious how they were going to do it. And again, obviously I haven't played the game, so I don't really know, but I wasn't 100% a fan that in the first bits that I had seen of the game, that they appeared to have reset his character back a bit. But hey, so long as you have the good communications and he actually learns, so you'll see what ends up happening. Although it'll be interesting to see what ends up happening with the character in Kingdom Come Deliverance 3. Anyways, I suppose it is time for us to continue back with our Dogda fight and get our Irish god with us if we can. They did it in a very well. They hid the reset button very subtly with a nice explanation. Well, I mean, being tied to a galley for 4 days would make you really, really weak. Mistakes were made here, Craic. Mistakes were made. Couldn't remember the greatest hack in the world. House, how is life treating you? I hope it's going good, grand, and delicious with you. Just so you know, my friends, when advertisements end up coming up, we try to pause for them, especially in games like this where we can. So we're just going to wait and end up conversing with people whilst we do it. Sometimes we end up going back into this mode and just enjoying it as it ends up coming around. But I hope all is going good, grand, and delicious with all of you, my friends. Couldn't remember the greatest hack in the world. I love the Barb's Bummer, by the way, a house from from Barber's King. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Bowser emote. I have to say that I like hardcore more. It makes things so realistic. You get dirty within a day, and if you pick up herbs, there's a change you go through your back and end up hobbling around. I love having to navigate through the regions. Well, to be fair, I can understand that. That was one of the things that an awful lot of people loved about CJ in GTA San Andreas, that if you actually wore a fat slob, he'd become fat. If you actually went to the gym and done stuff, he'd become fast and strong. His physical damage would do better than that. Now, obviously, San Andreas took that light, and the rumor is that GTA 6 is going to do that more as well. But I like that idea. As for the making yourself a hobble if you're picking too much herbs, that's interesting, so long as there's a way to redirect it. Like, I do know in Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, other than the one story instance of where you went to the bats, there was never really a reason to go to the bats. All you ended up doing was sleeping and it cleaned you up. So it's interesting that they're adding more elements into it, but that makes sense. Oh yeah, absolutely. My Henry became an alcoholic one time because I had to get my drinking skill up. And if I didn't drink, I had negative bups for a week. Still, at least you're able to combat it and continue on. Also, my friends, we need to give a bit of a celebration to someone within our chat here. Senior Benakage is just after being able to celebrate 6 months as a moderator. Even though he has been longer than 6 months as a moderator, there was a period of time there where he got timed out, and as a result of which it has been 6 months since he was last timed out. So, this is our feelings towards you, Senior Benakage. Thank you so much, my friend. You don't abuse your power at CraicAttackCentral, otherwise your ass will be given the Schmitten rod. But yes, no. Pleasure to hear that you're enjoying it anyway. I wonder, because like it's interesting that Kingdom Come's Deliverance got away with Kingdom Come Deliverance got away with the approach that it used towards get your words together, Craic, and formulate a sentence in coherent structures, making you so weak, because there's so many games that have tried that, you being piss weak from the start and becoming strong as you go on, and it oftentimes doesn't work. So for Kingdom Come Deliverance, it's awesome that they were actually able to get that to work, and we'll see if more games end up trying it in the future. I know when Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 came out, people tried it and it didn't work out for them, but it'll be interesting to see if they continue to do that now as well. I'll be playing KCD1 after I finish this playthrough. I tried once and I failed real hard, so I just started to. My big problem with KCD1 Souls is I was a stubborn ass who tried to fight in the opening scene and successfully did it for a while. You really shouldn't. But that's spoilers for KCD1, so play KCD1 if you haven't played it, my friends. Genuinely. Kingdom Come Deliverance, 2 fantastic games. But they're not for everyone. Joke's on you, I still abuse my power as a mod. I mean, you do, Senior Benny, but you abuse your power with humility and, you know, creativity. And as a result of which, you haven't, you know, pissed off the Craic. You can abuse your power all you want to, so long as I end up not being annoyed. Also, my friends, whilst we're here, the phenomenal, my favorite flu has just arrived here as well. You know, the best flu that you'll ever pick up. Give Flu Picks a follow as well. Another fantastic streamer, always up for the crack, always up for the conversation. If you can give them a follow as well, it'd be nice. Also, Evelyn, I'm looking forward to hearing for Flow Play. It's down next in after this one, so it'll be nice to see what that song is like. I haven't ended up experiencing it myself.
God, okay, bet.
That's what I love about the game. I don't enjoy being OP, which is why I play Path of Exiles, for example. Oh yeah, no, I effed up fighting too. But that was little old me, and now I'm a lot more rage baity than I am now. I mean, true. Although I will say there is something about playing a game where you become overpowered throughout the game, which is unbelievable. Like in this game here, Shin Megami Tensei V, when you become powerful, boy, do you feel powerful. So yeah. No bother, there's no need to thank me for that flu. It's always been a crack. I love rage baiting, and it's one of my favorite pastimes. Indeed. If you can do it good with gumption and the whole lot, enjoy yourself while you're at it. Rage bait every day of the week. I just like a challenge, but at the same time, I get mad real quick, so I'm a bit of a masochist. You'd enjoy the likes of, Blasphemous, then, in that particular case. That type of game. And then, obviously, there's a ton of other things you can end up playing as well that end up helping in that descriptions. I actually think trying to do 100% like the perfect mode of the Arkham games is very good. So Blasphemous is basically 2D Dark Souls. It's Castlevania, but it's designed with a parry system. So it's the first of those 2D games that has a parry system within them. It's a gorgeously designed game. We played it here on stream before. But like it has that nice little, you must get good at everything you do, see the timing and all that type of stuff, and end up doing that. Another one I was playing where you need to end up getting used to the timing and in hardcore mode that's very, very good is a game by the name of Young Souls. The writing is cringe as hell, but very interesting the way that you need to get stronger and see the timing and all that type of stuff. And then there's a smattering of other games I used to end up playing that's the same thing. Yeah, that's one of the things I like about Monster Hunter as well, that you feel like you're starting to get stronger and stronger and stronger the more you play Monster Hunter as well. Oh yeah, I picked all the bad perks for KCD Hardcore, so I get all the achievements at the end. Well, that's happy. You technically only need 3, but I was like, nah, give me them all! Fighting was rough. I was back at KCD1 again in the start. I only started the training section in the second region. Yes! Though you get to know it very, very quick. I will say one of the things I ended up doing was, with KCD1 was very much do a stealth run. Because I just wasn't arsed dealing with having to, level up by actual offensive capability, so I literally just didn't. I literally just didn't. I just cheated for the most part and became an absolutely scummy bastard, killing everyone in the shadows.
This'll do.
We do actually need to heal now as well, so we'll be careful what ends up happening here. Yeah, that's what I did too, and then I remember the end of KCD2 is a little war where I can't stealth, so I had to. And I'm stacked with potions right now. I mean, that's the thing about it too, you have to be careful about that type of stuff. Did he Makasuchi again? Wait a minute, am I in big... I am in big head mode, thank you. So I stupidly failed there.
Let's go.
Yeah. I didn't like how they done that at KCD1 as well, where they basically ended up hard rolling you into needing to do actual combat. Yeah, that's yeah. I got all the DLCs too. It's amazing. Have you heard of the Clock Tower DLC? They put a polished meme in there. I haven't. To be frank with you, I haven't. I haven't heard of the KCD Clock Tower DLC. So it's something I'm going to have to look into in the near future. By the way, I'm just going to kill myself because we can't recover from... Well, we can recover from this. It's just not worth recovering from this. Lammy made amazing bloody emotes with them. That and the guttural pump is amazing emotes. Just you're going awfully interstellar with this one, haven't you, Evelyn? It's a good song, but it's awfully interstellar. It's absolute peak, the end of it. It's the Legacy of the Forge DLC. Henry gets his own forge. Oh, awesome. And considering his father was a blacksmith, that makes a lot of sense. I wonder if that means KCD3 won't be Henry. That would be interesting if it wasn't. His father was an apprentice there, and that's how the DLC came to be. Interesting. That's very, very interesting. That's a nice little tether to end up putting in together. I'll shut up about it in case you ever play it, but it's really good. No, to be honest with you, big man, in that particular case, I don't mind games like that where you end up spoiling the plot. And in general, I don't mind the plot being spoiled, because I think a plot that relies on a twist to make the plot work together is a weak plot. If you find out the twist of a plot and that ruins the plot, that wasn't a good plot. That's a good twist, and that's the difference that ends up happening. I'm deeply of the opinion that a plot must hold up on the entirety of its story. So if I find out what the twist is, if I find out what ends up happening in the plot, then it doesn't really matter. Undertale is a fantastic game. It has a very good plot, quote-unquote, plot. But like, once you end up finding out the twist of Undertale, it doesn't stand up on its own descriptions. And for the most part, it does. I don't think it's near as the masterpiece that other people say it is, but I'm going to use that as the example. Slay the Queen is another instance there. If you know the plot and know the twist of the plot, it doesn't really matter, so long as the plot works on its own. So that's kind of my thing. All in all, Hans is back to being kidnapped. Henry is back to being a little hero boy. That still doesn't get too much respect, but I do love that Hans slowly gives you more and more respect. Happy out. And that's at the end of 2 as well. So basically the end of 2 basically it comes back to the end of 1. So it's like nothing basically changed at the end of 2, is it? In a side note, if I may share my opinion on the Hans romance, I love how subtle it, if you don't mind hearing about it. No, I have no problem whatsoever hearing about it, or how they end up going about it, because you can tell. The only thing I don't like, and again, I haven't played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, so I can't contest to the improvement in their relationship. The only problem I have with the potential of a Hans-Henry relationship is Henry is the first person that was ever Hans' friend. Nobody likes Hans. Hans has no friends. As a result of which, Henry is literally the first person Hans has ever opened himself up to. And to me, if Henry was to actually pursue that relationship, because Henry knows how much of a weakened state Hans is in, to me, it makes Henry come off as a bit of a manipulator. To me. Again, I haven't seen the way that they connects in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It might grow more organically than that. That would be my one concern with the way that Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 is written, and the fact that Henry is basically Hans' grounding point to humanity, coming out of a selfish shell, and the only person that likes him and his only quote-unquote friend. That's my one worry when it comes down to it. But correct me if you think I'm wrong, souls. Also, while we're waiting, my friends, if you can give our friend here, Off-Brand Bane, a follow as well. Absolute scholar, always up for the crack, always up for the good, grand, and delicious times. I hope that it's all going good, grand, and delicious with you now, my friend. Do you not have any clips? Oh, you have no clips. Okay, interesting. Okay, well, fair enough. No bother. But give her a follow if you can do. I think you're going to be streaming again in the future, aren't you, Off-Brand? Or are you? Let me know. I know damn well it's not okay to have such a relationship, so they made Hans play around an arranged marriage later on, so if was sure that you couldn't get far. So it's a one-night mid-war kind of affair. Hans actually starts it. He tells you about the Tale of Two Nights. It's adorable. Yeah. I mean, fair enough. So it'll be interesting to see if they do 3 and Henry is still the main character, if they come back around to that. Because Hans could come across as an incredibly big asshole if they write that wrong. Nah, I don't stream. You don't plan on streaming, do you not, Bane? Because if you do, then, you know, we're here for you and we'll end up giving the love whenever you can do. But hey, it's nice to see you coming in anyway, my dear. They played it off very well, especially in the 1400s time period, that such romances isn't okay at all, so they made it impossible because of the arranged marriage and such. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. The Tale of Two Nights is actually an old novel about Gunnar and Lancelot. Very interesting. Guinevere. Is that meant to be Guinevere and Lancelot? Because I know there's meant to be old things about that. The thing I find hilarious, by the way, if you don't know about it, in the King Arthur mythos, Lancelot actually isn't in the King Arthur mythos. Lancelot is a self-insert introduced into the King Arthur mythos about 200 years after the original story was written. So, like, Lancelot is a literal author insert character. It's one of the first ever examples of an insert author character, which is very, very interesting when you think about it. Because what an awful lot of people do with the Lancelot character is make Arthur out to be a bit of an ass. Which I think, there's nothing wrong with a leader of men that's an ass. It's a true statement. But at the end of the day, like, let's see what ends up happening. Like, even now in an anime that's doing it at the moment, the 4 Knights of the Apocalypse, Lancelot being the strongest character in the 7 Deadly Sins universe at this current moment in time, to me is a bit bullshit. But hey, you know, I still can't get over the fact that Hans tries to confess to you by telling you about 2 knights playing with their swords. Insane. Hey, that's the one good thing about Hans, is he's actually an incredibly intelligent person. So, you know, he's able to end up going down that way. Hugh, my friend, what's a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious? I hope that the crack is treating you 90. I'm here, but working and daydreaming of vacation. Well, I'm daydreaming of vacation, but I'm not working yet. Let's hope that the job ends up coming soon enough. My friends, if you haven't, give Q a follow as well. Another streamer that we end up knowing here. Always up for the crack, always up for the conversation, always up for a bit of fun. So give him a follow if you can do. Even if Scene.gg wanted to be an ass and make sure that I couldn't hear the clip. But yeah, no, to be honest, I like when metaphors are being used. Although here's an interesting stat. Here's an interesting stat that was recently revealed by the American education system. I think it was what's the name of the association? I think it's the Linguists Association of America or something like that. They basically ended up doing a research on recent released books, and the average length of a sentence in modern books is 32% shorter than it was 35 years ago. And the reason for that is, in schools today in America, now to be fair, this is because it's an American study, this is not state because it's America, but the reason is that in schools today in America, kids are not able to keep their attention span long enough to finish the sentence. By the time they finish the sentence, they've forgotten what the original bit of the sentence ends up stating, and that they don't have the link for similes and metaphors anymore. So one of the things that needs to be done to change that is for games to use a lot more similes and metaphors. But it's astonishing to think that that could be a problem. But it's a pleasure to hear that you enjoyed the way that they wrote the story between Hans and Henry anyway, Souls. And it's nice that they're able to do a kind of, you know, gay relationship in Victorian times. Nice. But I always liked Henry as a character anyway, even if he was a bit of a wet paper bag. Okay, so let's get back into this Dogda fight and see how we do. So he's going to rip our ass a new Sunder the minute he gets his Almani critical. So we have to be careful about when that ends up happening. He's a physical monster, so we have to be careful on that ends. Lower down his attack. With Artemis, we're going to do the somerset to lower down the defense. And then with Lockamy, we're going to end up doing Luster Candy to give us a boost. You're going to do your Luster yourself. Power Punch Artemis. And goodbye, Artemis. That's what we figured was going to end up happening, even though we didn't want it to. Yeah, that's very bad. That's very, very bad. I knew there was a chance that he was going to do a lot of damage. I didn't expect him to do that much damage. Damn it, we only have Dakaja. God damn. We only have Dakaja. How do we only have Dakaja on Trumpeter? How did I make that mistake? Artemis had it. Okay, fair enough. And you have it. Okay, well, you're coming out for a bit, Titiana.
Come!
I need a vacation. I'll give you a vacation whenever you want to, Sassy. Don't worry, come over to me. I'll show you the world in a handbasket. I'll have you thinking that you're on a damn other planet. Oh, he blocks thunder. Nice to know. Luster Candy. Wind Strike. Retaliate. Wind Strike. And Titiana's dead. Oh, bonkers. Bonkers, bonkers, bonkers. Let's bring out Yasunune.
Let's go!
Down goes the attack. Down goes the attack because we need to. In our particular case, I think we have to do the hammer on, and then I have to charge. Not too bad. Where are you going on? Where are you going on the holiday, Webby? Where's the vacation, if you don't mind me asking? I think we go like this. Attack mirror on me, in case he does the physical attack on me. Guard with Sue. Guard with Yasunune. And although it'll probably kill her, do the heal with Lakshmi. Yep. Yeah. Can't attack me, can you not? Can't attack me, can you not? Oh. Should have given it to Lakshmi. Sometimes the game really wants to kick you in the teeth.
Come!
I just don't know where. Where would you like to go? Like, is there anywhere that you haven't been that you'd really like to see, Sassy? I think for me, the next spot that I'd really, really love to see would be Japan. I'd love to go to Japan and see what Japan is like. I think that's my next destination that I want to end up seeing, if all goes well.
It's time!
Yeah. Well, what do you think yourself? Where would you... Actually, there's a question for everyone. Where's your holiday destination that you'd want to end up going to? For me, it is Japan. Japan is just the spot I'd love to end up going. Oh my god, that's where I want to visit, is Japan. Yeah, Japan, it just looks awesome. Now, the one problem with Japan is obviously that the minute you leave Tokyo, nobody speaks a lick of English. So you have to be careful of the fact that Game. We have a response for you, game. And that response is...
Off is a direction you can fuck.
My friends, the master of the crack has arrived. The best that we end up knowing, your friend and mine. Please give the phenomenal Aura Master a follow. A gent and a scholar, a fantastic individual of unbelievable description. If you can give the Aura Master a follow. How is life treating you, my friend? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious? We're just here enjoying some Shin Megami Tensei V Vengeance, Conquest of Creation route, playing against an Irish god of lineage known as Dogda, who is walloping our ass 10 shades to crap while having some good conversations and seeing how it comes. We were asking the question, where would one want to go on holiday? I was stating Japan, and Minnie, or Sassy, ended up stating that she would love to visit Japan as well. Again, the only problem with Japan is obviously outside of the main regions, Tokyo, outside of there. They don't speak English, so you're screwed if you get lost. But Japan would be one of the spots I'd love to see. We're going to Princess Edward's Island for a long weekend next week. One of the prettiest places in all of Canada. That sounds awesome. I've never been to Canada. It's one plot I need to end up going to at some point in time. It's also somewhere I need to consider because as I'm coming closer to September, I said I'd give myself the month of applying to jobs. And if nothing came by December, we'd look to see whether or not we'll move abroad, potentially move to America, move to Australia, move to Canada, move to Spain, move to Thailand, do something like that. Because I'm leaving my doors open as to where we end up going. But I would love to stay in the Emerald Isle if it worked for us, you know? Shite. I'd have to say Norway. Wow, why Norway? What about the Scandinavian peninsula makes you interested in it? And would it be top of Norway or bottom of Norway? Because there's two entirely different sections of Norway. And personally, I'd go to the top, bring a crap ton of fireworks with me, set them off at the top of the snowiest region of fucking Norway, and you probably feel like you're on the North Pole. I've always wanted to go to Ireland. Well, if you ever make your way to Ireland, the Craic will show you around, Mr. Spain, aka so you end up coming over and seeing the Craic that way. I've never been to Latvia. It is a spot I need to go to. Tons of people have told me that Latvia is really, really nice. It's meant to be good for the likes of saunas and stuff like that as well. So that's one of the reasons why I need to end up getting there and experiencing it. That's one of the good things of if butts candy nuts. If I was to end up getting the new job, I have CraicAttackCentral.com and I haven't written anything on it in a long time, but I plan on doing more traveling. Elements such as that, trying to enjoy life, trying to enjoy the Craic, trying to end up experiencing more of life, the universe, and everything in it. So, we'll deal with that as we end up going through it and see if I'm able to see more stuff and enjoy what life has to offer. Because I like writing about them and seeing it that way. Probably towards the top. Always seemed like a really neat place, and I've been to Sweden and Finland, so I gotta go do the trip. Happy out! At least you know what you want to do, Aura. That's the thing with me, same as. Craic, are you a fan of beer? Of course I'm a fan of beer, Webby. Oh my god, Bear is really close. Bear is nothing on my best friend. As we end up knowing, me and my best friend, have wonderful relationship with each other. We're intimate. But my best friend and I end up doing phenomenally well. But I will admit, that it's great to end up having an ice beer as well, because this fucker will blow your head off. Gnarly, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. It is a pleasure to have you, and thank you so much for the lurk as well. It is a pleasure to have you in. As I've stated multiple times to everyone, we're a lurk-friendly chat. I appreciate lurks more than you know. Obviously, with the odd refresh due to Twitch's bullshit algorithm, it would end up being nice, but it's just a pleasure to be here. And if you're afraid to talk, just know I'm always up for the conversation, and I don't bite unless you want me to. And in fact, yes, Flu, you're damn right. W Aura. W Aura. If you bear, I'll show you some special beer combinations. Well, happy out. Happy out. They need to experience more of that. Like, there's a local brewery where I'm from. I'm not going to state the name of it because people already know where I'm from, but I'm not going to completely dox myself. There's a local brewery where I'm from, and they do a lot of craft experiences as well. So I try a lot more with craft beer and stuff like that as well. And thankfully, there's one establishment that's bringing in tons and tons and tons of craft beers where I'm from as well. So you can go in there and just try them. Now, I don't drink all that often too much anymore because, you know, you have to be smart. But, you know, I'll do it when I can. Flu. No. I don't care if the advertisements have happened and Flu doesn't hear this. This needs to be said right now. Flu. Cop on with yourself. Cop on with yourself. Talking to yourself in such a manner is horrible. The way that you need to end up looking at Flu is this. Wake up and smell the roses, for you are a W. All of you are W's. But as you all must remember, for you are W's, I have a fucking streamer bot that won't connect. I am stupid sexy crack. I mean, you have to end up making it come back to yourself, don't you? Yeah, to be fair, it's unfortunate. The Stream Deck application that I'm using, it's just having offline issues every now and again, so it's just resetting the actual connection and ensuring that it works. It's just really annoying that it disconnects every now and again. But then it disconnects, and then other times it works wonderfully, like now. You know, where we swap over really easily, you know? But nah, Flu, you're awesome. Like, don't be talking about yourself that way. You're awesome, Aura's awesome, everyone's awesome. I mean, you kind of have to be awesome when you come and enjoy the crack. No bother, Money Shot. Thank you so much for coming in, my friend. It's a pleasure to have you. And thank you so much for showing the love of Pizza Party as well. I hope that the love has been treating you well. I hope that the direction has been bringing you around. Feel free to let us know a little bit about yourself if you want to, my friend. Okay, so anywho. So we have to focus again on this big almighty honk of a man. So Dogda is here. The first thing we're going to do is, although this is probably a waste of time, is we're going to revive our big bag Zhugoshin. Here. Because we want to keep Dogda's attack down, and debilitate is way too expensive as a route to do it. So attack down to the attack there to lower that lower. Then use the Meteorama, so the way they're doing. No problem. I'm new to Pizza Party, but was working on it. Love Battle Royale games. Happy out, my friend. So you're a fan of Fortnite, PlayerUnknown, Battleground, Call of Duty, Warframe, those type of games? I must admit, nice to be able to enjoy them, big man. I'm not big into them, I'm more into this type of game, if I'm honest. RPGs, elements of that description. But it's a pleasure that you're able to enjoy them. What would be your favorite one of your Battle Royale games, if you don't mind me asking? Do you play the likes of... Oh, shit, bollocks, no, bollocks! Do you play the likes of Fall Guys or anything like that? As I convert ourselves over to big head mode for a minute. Put on the song that everyone loves and give you exactly your show. In fact, just for today, we're going to change the song that we do. So you're not going to get Push It. Or just for you, you're not going to get Push It as the song that we do the teabag to. Okay? Just for you. We're going to get this instead. And those of you that recognize this, you are getting an internet cookie today. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. For those of you that know Billy Gunn and Mr. Ass, you'll enjoy that song galore. I do have to get tighter shorts just for you, Aura Master, but yeah. A good reload on Fortnite. I have to say, of the Battle Royales I've played, Fortnite is probably the one I enjoy the most. Shot. It's probably the one I enjoy the most. Simply because I think it's the most accurate shooting I've seen a game have. Genuinely. I think it's the most accurate shooting I've seen a game have. And it's amazing that it ends up having that. And the story of Fortnite is hilarious too, when you think that it was a game made out of spite. Like, do you know the story of Fortnite money? Or have you ever heard it before? Has the tale of Fortnite ever been told to you? Oh, no, 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 no. We might have a slight problem. Oh.
Let's go.
Okay, so we need to give this proper gumption. So, the story of Fortnite. Now, let's see if we can pick some nice music to go to the back of this. Okay. Okay. The story of Fortnite is this. I actually want to search up the date so that I know it. Okay. It's the magical year of 2017. Player Unknown decides that he's going to create a game on the Unreal Engine 4. And he decides to make a game that becomes a battle royale. It pits 100 people against each other and basically is going to revolutionize the industry. And that game is going to be known as Battlegrounds. He wasn't able to call it Battle Royale because he wasn't able to get the trademark on it. We'll come back to that. So he called it Battlegrounds. Now, colloquially known as Player Unknown Battlegrounds, because the man had an ego the size of a fucking horse and decided to name it after himself. So, they created the game. And then they decided that they were going to try and copyright Battle Royales. Like, not just the term Battle Royales, but the gameplay feature of Battle Royales. They went and they tried to copyright it. So what Epic turned around and said was, no, that's not the case. You're not allowed to do that. And then Player Unknown done an extra little step that pissed off Epic like nobody's business. He turned around and he told Epic that they're not allowed, they wouldn't be allowed to create a Battle Royale game if he got his copyright on the engine that they own. Because obviously Epic are the ones that own the engine. Out of sheer and utter spite, Epic put a team together and added a mode into a game they already had created called Fortnite. Fortnite is not Fortnite. Fortnite Battle Royale is what we now know as Fortnite. Fortnite was not originally Fortnite Battle Royale. It was its own independent mode. I don't even think you can play the original Fortnite anymore. So Fortnite Battle Royale came because PlayerUnknown was a cocky bastard who tried to stop the industry from using battle royales without paying him, decided to tell the company that owned the engine that they weren't allowed to use their own engine, and then they turned around and released a game systematically designed to end his game. And the funny thing about it is, it almost worked. Because when they did it, it became the biggest thing since sliced bread. And since then, they've just been making all of the money, and they've just kept it up. Fortnite was meant to be a temporary thing. They had no intentions of keeping Fortnite up. They had no intentions of keeping it up. It was meant to be a temporary thing. And then they just kept it up because they were making all of the money in the world, which is bloody hilarious. Tat, my friend, how is it going? Is it good, grand, and delicious? I hope that the crack is treating you nighty. My friends, if you haven't given generic toxic Tat a follow, ironically,
Oh,
a
okay,
Fortnite
you don't
streamer
play
as
like
well,
that.
always up for the
Okay.
crack, always up for the good bit of delicious fun. Give them a follow, always up for them. Yeah, I knew part of it, but not all of it. Yeah, there's more
There's a
to
car
it than
there,
that,
too.
money, if you believe it. But effectively,
Oh,
that's what
nice
ended up
walking
happening.
shot, baby. Let's
Epic, and what's even more is Epic then, out of sheer spite, released every single asset piece for Fortnite so that anyone could build Fortnite to go up against PlayerUnknown. There are the entire asset capabilities of 2017 Fortnite on the Epic Store. I haven't looked at the Epic Store in a long bloody time of what resources it ends up having out there, but they released a bundle worth about $20,000 that allows you to just go, there's your battle royale, go and create it if you want to. Now, obviously, you need to do your tweaks. It's nowhere near a finished asset bit, but it's basically 20,000 quid worth of coding and the whole lot that you can just go click, pick it up, and just go, there's your battle royale. Infrastructure, back end, the whole lot. You have to figure out your servers, you have to figure out your multiplayer connectivity issues and all that, blah, 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 blah. But, like, basically, Epic literally just put their balls on the table and says, nah, fuck you. Always going all right, just working as usual. It's a pleasure to hear it, Tat. And I hope that work is going good, grand, and delicious. There's nothing too exciting happening. Or if it is exciting, that it's going good, grand, and delicious for you, my friend. And that you're enjoying yourself whilst it's at it. It stood the test of time. It was hard for it not to. Like, this is what an awful lot of people don't understand. Like, Epic Games have developers on the level of Valve. Some of the developers that are at Epic Games, the level of talent they have is a...
How amusing.
Hello? 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 Okay. That should be connected in now. What the hell happened there? I didn't even know. I have the earbud here and I didn't even notice it. Thank you so much for telling me, Aura. How did that happen? I I was so enthralled in my own bloody conversation point that I didn't even notice it. Thank you so much for pointing that out. You are a gent and a scholar, Aura. You deserve one of these. And of course, one of these. So what I was stating is, if you can end up viewing it, it's something you definitely should end up doing. Back in the day, there was a scene of an epic developer showcasing the lighting engine and how it ends up working. And someone came onto the stream and basically said, and I'm going to actually bring out Paint to tell you exactly what the situation was asked about, because I think you'll enjoy every bit of this bit. So, can you see it? No, okay, what the hell? Give us a second. Paint is being awkward. Okay, here we go. So, basically, what the Epic team ended up showcasing off was this, and you're gonna have to bear with me on this one because I'm not good at drawing. So, they basically had this setup. Okay, so that was their setup, okay? So they had a room that was like that, okay? They had a person that was plonked right here, okay? And what they were showing off is the ability for this person to end up firing a lightning bolt that would end up coming up there. So they'd fire a lightning bolt off of themselves and do that. And all they were showing off is how the lighting would affect. So that lightning bolt would come off and how the lighting would affect all of the particular area of that room. Okay? So how it would flash up, the shadows that would be engaged, all of the elements that ended up coming in together. That was all they were showing off. Okay? On the fly, someone turned around and said, what would happen if this book shot off the lightning? It bounced off of the wall here and went boom, 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 and boom. What would happen? Because your man then went into the diatribe of, okay, well, in that particular case, you have your bounding box here, 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 and there. Obviously, you have all of your bounding boxes. You have a fresh lightning source, so the light ends up rejigging itself. So you have a fresh bang here, 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 and here, here, and here, which means that the lighting needs to change to basically that and that there, but be lesser here, so that there. And he showcased how to do the lighting throughout the entirety of the thing. He hadn't it planned, he just did it off the top of his head. That like, if you don't have that planned in a showcase of where you're showing shit off, that is insanely impressive. I wish I knew the video that I could show it off to you, because it's genuinely an unbelievable display if you're able to view it. But yeah, no, that's just me fanboying over fucking developers. If you ever wanted to get into game development, that's the type of shit you have to watch, if I'm honest.
Come!
Okay. I suppose I need to ask again, how is everyone's day doing too? Has anyone anything exciting planned for their Monday now? I have a gym session at about 5:30, which is one of the reasons why I'm live as early as I am, so that we can get this done out of the way and still have a nice gym session. So we'll see how it ends up going. Also, my friends, if you can do, give Electro Ops a follow as well. Another brilliant streamer, always up for the gish, always up for the conversations. So please, give them a follow if you can do. Is that, what game is that, Electro? Is that, Warzone? Ah, nice. How have you been doing at Warzone? Have you been enjoying it? I was expecting a more flowery gun, if I'm honest with you, than that, as she ends up coming down, but nice to end up knowing. Are you, if you don't mind me asking, Tat, and please feel free not, if this is uncomfortable, not to answer it. if you're doing 11 hours of work, are you in the medical trade or something like that? Because that's the type of work I would assume is an 11-hour shift. If not, then whatever you're doing, I hope it goes fast. And I'm glad, potentially, to make it go a little bit faster via some communication and good time. Swizzle Sticks as well, my friend. If you can do, give the phenomenal Swizzle Sticks a follow. Actually, we will just wait for this to finish so they get a good showcase. But give them a follow as well when we end up going up. But yeah, have you gotten... Does Warzone... Is it Warzone Electro? Or is it Black Ops 7 that has that weird gun where you see the car driving up the gun as it reloads? Is that Warzone or is that 7 that has that? Because honestly, that's daft. That whatever you like about your customizable guns and all that shit, to me, that's daft. But here we go, my friends. If you can do, give Swizzle Sticks a follow as well. Another absolute scholar, another gent, another bit of crack. Playing some Resident Evil 4 there. That is 4, right? 2.
Oh wait, I've got
2. Not too bad.
Hell yeah, it's time to go. We gonna do something. Like, Wolf, he's throwing shit.
Whenever I see Chris Redfield, I always think
How did that not hit him?
it's either is that Chris or is that Leon? I always get them mixed up. Whenever I see that bald-headed tit, I always think of Resident Evil 4, or not bald, blonde-headed tit. I always think of Resident Evil 4. I've been doing good, Swizzle. I've been doing good. Just enjoying myself, stuck here now, enjoying some Shin Megami Tensei V, Conquest of Creation. Trying to beat an Irish god, well, Celtic in origin, of Dogda. He's walloping our ass 10 shades to shit, but we're going to continue at it and see how we do. And just seeing how it goes. Yeah, that would be across everything. Warzone, Black Ops 7. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the Black Ops 7. I was always a bigger fan of the Modern Warfare. Yeah, well, the latest game that came out there was a Modern Warfare game, wasn't it? Like, they're up on Modern Warfare 7 or something like that, aren't they? Or am I just completely daft? I don't pay any attention. You might notice I don't pay any attention to COD. Was never my cup of tea. Was never my type of game. I liked the zombies mode, but I never ended up doing it. It said Resident Evil 2 on the clip, Aura, but it could have been 3. That's Daddy Leon. I always get Chris Redfield and Leon mixed up. I know both of them are assholes, but that's beyond the point. They actually have the Modern Warfare coming out in October. I'm super excited. It'll happy out. I wonder if Ghost will show up again. I didn't see the boss fight. Looks the same. Hey, happy out. There are actually a set of games I've never played. I've never played a Resident Evil game. I know what happens in all of them, because who the fuck doesn't? But I've never actually played a Resident Evil game. So maybe in the near future, that might be something that we end up doing, a Resident Evil game on the stream.
Want a taste?
It might be time to make someone like Siegfried. We're gonna try this one more time and see how we do. There was no recovery from that. I just killed myself because there's no recovery from that. I'm way too screwed at that point. So let's just reset ourselves and see how we do. Sorry, you're in my ear while I work. No, do not, Tat. Please, and I say this to absolutely everyone, do not apologize for not responding back to me. I will move on to something else and continue to come on and come back to you if you're able to converse. There is never, ever, that is never something you need to apologize for. Everyone has their own life. Everyone needs to come down to it. I don't want to pick people out and make them feel awkward for conversations. If you're up for the conversation and you're free for the conversation, I'm there to do it with you. If you can't and you're working away, that is 100% sound. I'm here for the crack. I'm here to enjoy myself and enjoy yourself. Do not at any point feel like you need to apologize in my stream, because in general, you don't. I have diarrhea of the mouth, the constipation of the brain, so I will continue to go on either way, as we've seen. I'm able to make one boss fight that I've attempted 2 times. This is the third time. Last 1.5 hours because I'm A, shit at the game, and B, able to talk absolute horseshit. Well, it's the remake too, Swizzle, and the remakes do look very, very similar to each other. Which I don't actually think is a problem. I don't actually think it's a problem that the remakes look so similar to each other. You were saying about my vacation, half of it I will spend at my mom. Nothing wrong with that either, to be fair. It's nice to spend time with family when you're able to. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Good news, after 13 years since the last Call of Duty Ghosts was released in 2013 on Wii U, Call of Duty's coming back with Modern Warfare 4 on the Switch. Not too bad. Now, when I said Ghosts, Oscar, I wasn't on about the actual Ghosts crew. There's a character in Modern Warfare called Ghost who was betrayed and shot in the back of the head. Spoilers. In Modern Warfare 2. And based on what I know about Call of Duty lore, and you guys can tell me a hell of a lot more than I do, because I haven't paid much attention to it, I don't care enough about it. I believe that character is still alive in Call of Duty lore, randomly has been alluded to in previous Modern Warfare games, and there's a big rumor within the Call of Duty community that he's going to be the main bad guy of the Call of Duty, of the Modern Warfare situation after being betrayed. I don't know, nor do I care, but it's just an interesting idea that he could end up showing up. Happy out! Well then make sure to enjoy it, my friend. Well then, correct me if I'm wrong on any of my assumptions, Money. Because I could be getting the name of the character wrong and completely, but I know there's a character who got shot in the back of the head who is meant to be a main character of the story, and there's a big rumor that he's meant to be coming back. Well, that's my viewpoint. They never grabbed me. It wasn't through lack of story that they never grabbed me. It's just I'm not big into the shooter scene. I'm not great at shooting. I don't have the well, I think I do. Well, as we've seen with Ark, I don't really have the reflexes for it. I miss all of my shots. So, you know, you chance what you can and see how she cooks. Casper the Ghost, who is absolutely hilarious. DJ Cam, what's a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious with you? I absolutely adore that Sonic dancing emote. It looks insanely like Sonic 3, and it's the same color grade and the whole lot on it. That is a gorgeous emote, my friend. If you don't feel proud of that emote, feel bloody proud of that emote. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous emote. Now, can Artemis survive this turn? I doubt it. Well, she survived it.
Watch this.
I actually would have preferred Artemis to die than Gozu lose his bloody injure, but never mind that. So we're going to try and do as much damage as we can here. Rat Tempest just do a crap ton of damage. As you see there, north of... we done 8 hits there at 350 apiece. North of... why can I not do maths? 2,500, 2,600, 2,600 damage. We're going to do the Pandemic Crush here so that the rest of the hits end up doing more damage. So down goes the defense. Artemis now, this will be fascinating to see how much damage this does. I have no idea about Artemis's strength hits here. I would be assuming it's maybe 50 apiece, but if it's 50 apiece by 15, this is still going to hit like a truck. Also, by the way, DJ, if you want to, tell us a little bit about yourself. You don't have to, my friend, but if you want to, you can. But let's see how Astral State Strike works. Even at level 50, this should do a lot of damage. Only 27. In this game, Duck, in this game, what is difficulty effect? Is it? Because in this game, difficulty affects the amount of health that the enemy has. Dogda has roughly double the health that he would have on normal. he is doing 1.7 times damage that ends up coming around. So basically, their damage profile is increased. The amount of damage I take is increased. Their bonuses is increased. Basically, the entirety of the enemy is just infinitesimally stronger. Effectively. Effectively, that's the situation. Okay. Okie dokie. So we're going to have...
Here.
No, not an Artemis! Fuck! Well, if Artemis dies, she dies. Bollocks! That's gonna mean that Lakshi is dead. We're gonna take the risk on our MC and see if we end up surviving this. I don't know.
This'll do.
Of course you go for him. Of course you go for him. There's the wind strike. Go through her. Okay. This is also a point of no recovery. This is also a point of no recovery, but we'll do the guard and see what ends up happening. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. So I thought there's no point. That's a point of no recovery, so I'm just gonna let myself die and we'll see what happens. We'll start the fight again after the advertisement finishes. It's unfortunate when points of no recovery like that end up happening. There's not really much you can end up doing. You just see how it ends up coming and goes down. Like, what I should probably do at this point in time is fuse someone like Siegfried. Yeah, he'll have a load of weaknesses on him, but at least he has the Drain physical, which could just end his turn. And in fact, it is what I'm going to do. It is what I'm going to do. I'm going to end up making a Siegfried and just put him there. Or someone that blocks physical. Siegfried obviously drains, so that's the reason why you go for Siegfried. But we'll pick a demon that ends up blocking the physical and go that way. Light, lightning, and fire if we can take any. Resist fizz, resist fire. Null fire, there's the null fire. Scotty will give us the debilitate. Null dark. Null force. Null fire. Null dark. Resist force. Null fire. Resist fire. Resist fire. Okay, so let's do it with this sort. Okay, our Cerebel has null elect, null force, null resist fire. But it doesn't have the debilitate. I think... we're back from advertisements as well, so now we'll just end up focusing on what we can do. I think we have a usable Agami type. Yes, we can use this Agami type to give Luster Candy and debilitate to the Rogda that we're going to end up creating. And maybe you can use this one to give it the Great Mana Spring and the Enduring Soul. I think that's what we do. So we go to our fusion here. We go to Ragda. We go down to here. Okay, we need to get rid of one demon. So go out and get rid of a demon. I've never actually read or watched Artemis Fowl, now that I think about it. What did you think of it, Duck, when you were at it? Because I assume, based on the fact that you're making an Artemis Fowl reference, that you have at least watched it. Or maybe you haven't. You know, to assume is to make an ass out of you and me, and maybe I'm making an ass out of me. But, I think it's a shame, but I think we get rid of Artemis for now. We might bring Artemis back later on if we grind for Grimoires and make her strong, but for now I think we get rid of Artemis.
Welcome to the world.
Because it's meant to be a good series, the Artemis Fowl series. Again, as a stating, I know nothing about it, but it is meant to be a good series. Okay, so energy drain, concentrate, null fire, null elect, null force. Actually, I'm going to make this a complete. I'm going to make this Rogda a complete support. I'm not going to give it a single bloody offensive skill.
Is this demon to your liking?
We're going to nerf the shit out of this Rogda and just use it as a support. Specifically for this fight. Specifically for this fight. So, use our Agami types. So, we're going to go Luster Candy, Debilitate, Dekaja, and Energy Drain. Null, 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 and null. Now, it still has a light weakness, but we'll be grand with that. If we wanted to, we can sacrifice one of the nulls. Or two of the nulls to get the Enduring Soul and the Mana Spring. So this is where we end up taking this discussion, because that brings us up to 420. Enduring Soul means you survive one turn. Luster Candy, Debilitate, and Dekaja ends up working there. If we go Null Fire and Null Elect, then we need to decide, do we keep the Energy Drain? Energy Drain is a weak almighty attack, but gives us back some MP. So I think you actually do this. Yes, it means you're getting rid of two of the nulls, sadly. And it'd be nice to have our full coverage on it in terms of the null. But I think this is what we go with.
How is this?
And we can get back both of those essence types because they're an Agami. And we're also going to use sutras. Like, screw it, we have the goddamn things. Let's use the sutras on them. So we have the aiding sutras here, which means we can boost the demon's stats up by 2. And we're going to do it on Rogda. Am I not allowed? What? Why am I not allowed to do it on Rogda? Why am I not allowed to do it on Rogda? Oh, don't do that to me, game. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. No, I'm gonna have to take a second and search that one up. I do not believe that that's true. Who said it? If you're saying, here we go by that. Is it Fabrizio Romano? Because I know that João Gomez is after going to Aston Villa. I know that's a thing. I don't know, I just made it up. Okay, fair enough. Nah, you're not getting a warning on that one. That's just being an ass. Not getting a warning on that one. That's just you being an ass. Increases a demon's support potential. What? Do they have to have support potential in order to do it? So you can't increase the potential of a demon that doesn't have a plus already in it. Okay, so Rogda, I didn't know that. I thought we could give Rogda the plus. So Rogda's not that useful, but screw it, we're gonna go with it and see. We're not going to save this time because that might have just been a waste of money and time and essences on a Rogda. But we'll try it and see how it ends up working. Yeah. But yeah, no, what do you think in terms of football fans? What do you think of that one? The João Gomez to Aston Villa for 43 million quid. I think it's a good signing for all parties involved. I think it's very good for João Gomez. I think it's a good signing for Villa. I'm not sure. Now, the only concern I have for Villa is that the only concern that I have for Villa is that it's probably the entirety of Villa's budget for the summer, which is sad that that's the case. And I think they need a couple of positions covered out. So as a result of that, is it the right move for Villa? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know. I think Rodgers. Villa's not getting Morgan Rodgers. Is it not Chelsea got Morgan Rodgers? Or am I getting my people mixed up? Isn't it Chelsea that bought? It's Morgan Rodgers that they ended up buying for fucking 170 million quid. True, they sold him, but they were 84 million quid in debt, so immediately 80 million of that is just gone. So, you know. Also, how is the sexiest lamb both sides of the moon currently today? How are you doing today, Lammy? I hope the Craic is treating you good, grand, and delicious. And my friends, if you haven't given the owner of the Nasu group, Lammy, a follow, please do. An absolute scholar, fantastic streamer, doing a collab today with two partner-pushing individuals of Ganke and McDaddy. So, you know, go and show the love earlier on today on them, or later on today on them. And, you know, always up for the Craic, always up for the gish. It's going. So, you know, we're 1 hour 40 minutes into the stream. We have had 4 attempts in this goddamn fight. We have failed on every single hurdle that we've done them. It's kicked our absolute arse. But we've had 2 raids and good conversations, so that's all that bloody matters. So the Craic has been treating us 90. How has your Monday morning been treating you, my dear? I hope that it's good, grand, and delicious, that everything that you've been wanting to happen has been going well. And if not, then, who cares? 1 MP for 1 turn. I mean, we had to try it. That probably wasn't worth it, but we had to try it. Wait, do you have Pierce? How did you get through the Rogda? How did you get through the Rogda? So we're going to find out now in a minute, because that's going to do a crap ton of damage to me. I'm revived you to Enduring Soul. She's almost dead. Now she is dead. There's her Endure. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Do this. Then Fang Break. Do Debilitate to lower down his attack again. Do a heal for us. And let's see what happens. Luster Candy, okay. Power Punch on me. Wind Strike on him, fair enough. Striker Tempest again with a crit there, nice. Fang Break here. Energy Drain here to get some MP back and some health. Next we Luster Candy. Let's hope Rogda survives, but we're going to do a heal on ourselves. Let's see. Let's see. But how's your day treating you today, Lammy? Are you doing anything good, grand, and delicious with your day before your actual stream? Okay. It's a shame the Magatsuchi wasn't ready. I think we have to do a Debilitate here. Take the hit there. Do not too bad. And do you have much work to do on the do you have much work to actually do on the Mouse PI cosplay? Because I know that I'm not going to spoil the cosplay that you're working on at the moment. People can view your streams in order to see the epic piece of work that you're currently working on. But the Mouse PI one that you're currently going to end up doing when you end up going live on that on Tuesday, but tomorrow I believe. Have you much left to do on that? Or how are things looking on that end? Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I have all the paints, etc. Oh, so you still need to actually get at that one as well, so that's interesting. So it'll be nice to see it when you do it, my dear. Okay. Debilitate on us, okay. Power Punch on me, survive. Power Punch again. Okay, so both of our homunculuses on me are used, so I'm in debt territory now if we're not careful.
Your turn. Go.
Oh, thank you so much for the love, my dear. Mouse PI is an interesting game, so you should end up enjoying it when you play it. Debilitate. Pass. And heal. And let's hope we're okay. Luster. Power Punch. Power Punch. Okay. So, the Rogda doesn't make that much of a difference, unfortunately. Nor does the Artemis. I think we're going to go with this time and see how we do. In for attempt number 5, my friends. Let's see how we do this time. See if we get any better. There probably is a better build-up we can do in this. Like I could give myself null physical at the moment, which wouldn't be a bad idea. For like just in general, null physical is something very handy to end up giving the Nahobinio. Or Nahobino, not Nahobinio, we're not talking about the Jack. But I'm not arsed at the moment, so weak attack. There's no way that hits, so we'll just do the first roar so that he targets him and no one else. Hit this to do that. And then charge. Luster candied on himself, good. Power punch on him, he survives it. Power punch on him, he survives it. That's very good. He can survive 2 power punches with 1 luster candy done. So he can survive power punches at base attack. So that's actually very, very, very useful.
You ready?
Now, Lakshmi is going to have to do a heal at one point in time here, which is unfortunate, but we'll do what we can first. Do as much damage as we can first before we worry about that. Put down the defense. Then we're going to do the Pierce Armor to put down the defense even more. We're going to do the Harbin Yang just to do damage while we can. We're going to do the Rat Tempest again to do a crap ton of damage. This time, we're going to do the Fang Breaker to lower that down. This time, we're going to do the Mirage, the Mist Rush, just to potentially hit him with Mirage. Didn't think it would. And even though it is such a waste to use this skill just on you, the amount of MP, we don't really have a choice. We have to use it. Luster Candy's back up on attack. Wild Strike, good. Retaliate, good. And now he's a Magasuchi turn. We guard with everyone. Guard, guard. Now the one we don't guard with is him. He does Fierce Roar. Now, we really wish we could guard, but we need the Fierce Roar to be active. And then we'll pause and we'll see what ends up happening here. Okay. That's what I was afraid of. It's doing too much damage. Yeah. And another critical, because of course it is. I don't understand how he's able to get 2 criticals in a row. I don't think it's fair that he's able to get 2 criticals in a row. I also don't think it's fair why he's so powered up at the moment. So we're just dead, so there's no point. Again, we're just dead. There's literally no point at the moment. So what are our options here? I think we have to give myself the Null Fizz. As annoying as it is, I think we have to give myself the Null Fizz. We'll be giving ourselves it anyway, eventually. So it's not the end of the world for me to give myself it, but I think I have to. He was aura up. If you Fierce Roar Demon guarded, he wouldn't have been able to crit a second time. No, true. But it's not even that. Even on the demons that were guarded, because it was his Magasuchi turn, he still is one-shotting them. Like, he's way, way, way stronger during that second Magasuchi than he probably should be, and I don't understand why, Death. I don't understand why he ended up getting 2 Magasuchi turns in a row anyway. There's an easy way to do this. You got this though. Well, so what's the easy way, if you don't mind me asking? Because what I'm going to do now is give myself null physical on the Nahabino, and that'll probably help us. You know? Although I need to figure out how I'm going to do this, because which weakness do I give myself up? Because if I'm going null physical, have a reflect demon like Rogda or Giramakala. I tried that and it didn't work. For some reason with the Rogda, he actually ended up piercing it, and I don't really understand how. And have them taunt and just use Marakaran every turn. Actually, that's very smart. That's actually very, very smart. I didn't think about that. That's actually very, very smart. Then in that case, I come down here, make our Rogda. Nahabinio is just useless, so we'll do this. So it doesn't matter what we really give it at the moment. We're just going to give a random crap. Fierce Roar here. Enduring Soul and Retaliate. Good.
Is this demon to your life?
He uses elemental physicals. Fair enough. Okay, we're going to get rid of you. Girl is better because he does more reflect damage if he can get him. Oh, Jerry. Gary McCullough. Does he? Huh. I figured the level difference would make the problem there with Gary McCullough. Oh, increased repelling an attack based on the number of weaknesses the user has. You're right. You're damn right. Actually, yes. One of the things that's been said on this stream is that I don't pay him enough attention to the innate ability. So yeah, I know this is scummy, but screw it. He's been kicking my ass for 2 hours. And yes, I'd be stubborn enough to continue to do it for the 2 hours because I can beat him. I gotten him close a couple of times. I've just been unlucky. But let's make our Gary McCullough anyway. So, what the hell are we giving him? And then just Marakaran Wily Taunts, and it's free. Yes. Do any of you have Marakaran? I don't think any of you do. Tetchakaran. Of course, we have the wrong one. I wasn't really using the skill because it costs too much, so... Okay, fair enough. As long as Gary McCullough's health is max and taunt buff isn't as flashing, meaning it's going away, he will only attack Gary. Fair enough. Well, then we'll make him now. Okay, so... And we don't want to give up any of Gary McCullough's resistances in this case. Because Gary McCullough's innate skill works with more resistances. So we do this.
Is this demon to your liking?
In fact, we kind of want to give Gary McCullough more weaknesses if we could. So we do this. And then we go into our essences. Not essences, sorry. Not into essence fusion. We go to Gary McCullough. And we go search... and Marakaran. Yeah, we'll use you. Okay, so Fangbreaker, that I don't actually care too much about any of these, but we'll give you the Hell's Trust, I suppose. Marakaran, Fierce Roar, Retaliate, Enduring Soul, and we're not going to use it, but we'll give you the Maskunda as well.
How is this?
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for being back. Something. How is life treating you since you've been away? Honestly, I grab a taunt cheaper than Fierce, just because it's cheaper. Honestly, that probably would have been the smarter thing to do, but nobody ever called Craic a smart individual. Death. So we'll just give her a go and see how she cooks first. I love that emote. That emote is hilarious. Pretty good. I'm just finished the comic I was reading. Ooh! I'm a massive comic fan. Let me know what comic it was. I did, yeah. Yeah, we ended up doing the fusion of the essence there, so we ended up adding it. So you'll see here. So yeah, our Gary McCullough here has the Marakaran down there. So the reflect here. So beautiful. So we have Fierce Roar and Marakaran there. I think it's probably best to go Fierce Roar. You want that on another demon, lol. Well, Reflect the magic attack for one ally. Oh, you can give that to another demon. Ah. I thought it only worked on it. Interesting. Well, we'll be able to set we should be able to set ourselves up first this time. So we'll try it first without it. Well, we don't. We don't yet. We will do, but we don't just yet. This will come back to bite us in the ass in a bit, Death, but for the first turn we don't. It's a waste of the Nahobino's turn. But...
Here.
we can do that. It is a waste of the Nahobino's turn, but we can do that. Okay. So let's see what happens. Let's see if you're right about the damage. So he luster candies himself. Wind strike. Boom. Okay. Okay. More than likely he does open physical, and I think it's random. Yeah, well, it came up as random, and we're going to end up having a tiny bit of fun.
Watch this.
Also, by the way, I'm a physical build Nahobino, as you probably have noticed. So here comes my 2,500 damage.
This is it. Wrath. Tempest.
Also, my friends, during the advertisements, we like to wait on games like this where we're actually able to pause the game for people who don't have subscriptions or don't have Nitro, because we don't want anyone to end up missing anything. So we just stop here, bring up something like this,
converse a bit, and see how the Craic ends up treating us. I actually like this deep voice. Didn't pick a bad one, Senior Duck. You genuinely didn't pick a bad one this time. Yeah, the voice modulator does a good old job, especially during the breaks when we need a bit more gumption. Everyone needs to be ready for the Craic, because when the Craic comes cracking, the CraicAttackCentral is cracking good. That came across so bloody weird. So how many attempts you on so far with this guy? 5. 5 deaths, but that's because I'm being stubborn. I'm 3 levels lower than him. I know I could have done different ways about him. I've gotten him into the red health bar, so I know I could have killed him the way that I was going, but screw it, if we can cheese him, cheese him. One of the reasons why I want Dagda is because obviously he's an Irish god. Well, Celtic, but he is an Irish-orientated god, and it's nice to have them. And it's a bit of a shame that the Irish gods haven't been particularly great. Like Cullen's Gael Bjorg move is really, really nice. But Fiomakul isn't that useful. And the other ones, we're just going to see what ends up happening. Yeah, you are lower level and you are going straight at him. Yeah, I am being a bit of a stubborn prick, I'll tell you that.
I mean, he's not bad, Cullen. I wouldn't call him OP. He carried me through all the super bosses. Well, happy out. Then I just haven't built a good Cullen, so I didn't find him OP now. But hey, it's nice having a Pierce move. His move can't miss. True. Well, that's one of the reasons why I like Yasunune, because obviously this move doesn't miss either, and obviously always crits. Although I wish Uriel had the Shin Megami Tensei IV move. I wish Uriel had the Shin Megami Tensei IV move with 1 to 15 hits. But hey, we're going to do a crap ton of damage and see how life treats us. Oops. Wait, I need to go back into this mode. Okay, so back into this. Just focus Cullen's moves on damage and it's massive. Nice! Well, then I might end up looking more into it in the near future. Now let's hope nobody misses, because let's do as much damage as we can do here. Good. Good. Okay. So my gear oh, we got the mirage on him. Okay, never mind. Maybe we might be fine because of the confusion. Oh, thank God. Thank the Lord. We got so bloody lucky that the seal worked.
This'll do.
Oh, like, that's bonkersly lucky. It's been so... I haven't yet managed to get the seal on him, a mute on him. That's the first time that's happened. So that is bonkersly lucky. That is insanely lucky. Okay. We might as well consistently chance around now and see if it ends up working. Luster candied himself. And power punch and whack back. Yeah, it's doing 1,000 damage to him, so it's doing Nahobino level damage, so that's awesome. Okay. I don't like that it's not focusing on him, but never mind. Okay. I probably need to give the Garamakala boom boost as well.
This'll do.
Huh? That's a first. The AI knew it couldn't attack. I haven't seen the AI do that it knew it couldn't attack and not attack. That's the first time I've seen that happen. That's fascinating. That is genuinely fascinating. I'm shocked by that. Okay, power punch now. Whack back to him. Yeah, because it didn't crit. It's interesting that it doesn't crit back on him when he does it.
It's time!
I will say that's very interesting. Yeah, but during a Magasuchi turn, it should auto crit. So it's not a situation that it can auto crit. It's that it should auto crit. You know? If you get me. So it's interesting that it didn't. Not a problem, just interesting. I think we win this turn, by the way. Yeah. So we did scam it. We did scam it, but we got a win. Yeah, but I'm still... You'd still think that it would reflect it back as a critical hit. You know, it's still fascinating that it didn't reflect it back as a critical hit, you know? Also, my friends, I'm just going to leave it there for 1 second. I have one quick thing I need to do. I'll be back in 1 quick second. Piss off, I'm no Hassan Piker. I'll have to get something to end up putting down there in my stead so that you're all happy when it ends up coming down. In the future, what I suppose I'll end up doing is get a little hook for the chair and just put that there. Will that make you feel better, Senior Duck? I'll put her into big head
So
mode.
that's why I always feel an overbearing presence just out of my field of vision, watching and judging my every move.
So I'll just put her into big head mode and leave that there. Will that make you feel better, Duck? You know? Would that end up doing it for you now? Maybe I can do this. There you go. When I piss off to use the loo, that'll work for you. You happy with yourself? There you go. At least you're looking at something. To be honest, I miss the hats of you two. Yeah, I ran out of space, so I know that we used to have the hats on hats. So what Duck is on about, by the way, is a time when I used to take off the hat like this. Okay. And then I put on this. And then you could one-up that, so then I'd put on that. Then you could one-up that. So I put on that, and that, then that, you know, then do that, and then do that, so, you know, we'd end up having that for a bit, and then, you know, Bob's your Uncle Happy out, I suppose. I'm not great at pyramid building, as you can see. There's a reason why my Roller Coaster Tycoon series always failed. But yeah. Yeah, that's enough of that. It's way too warm. Way too warm for that many hats. I'd love to wear this one, to be honest. I'd love to wear this one on a stream and just enjoy myself. But this one, unfortunately, there's no way to wear a headset with this one unless I go wired earbuds. Which, to be fair, I could. I could end up getting wired earbuds like this and end up hearing shite, but like I don't. So you know there is that. Also, my friends, an absolutely epic person has just come in here. Friend of the chat and always a good bit of crack, Monster Kate. You know, always up for the fun, always up for the conversation. Moderator on a ton of streams and elements such as that. And does a couple of streams herself. When are you going live again, Monster? Or are you? If you haven't, my friends, please give her a follow. Absolute scholar, always up for the crack, always up for the conversation. Even if she does end up promoing for herself when the person who she's promoting for hasn't shown up in the chat yet, you cheeky beggar.
Well, we got 3 streams each.
I have no problem with self-promo, but at least let the person who's self-promoing come and say hello first. The lazy pillock. I'm kidding, by the way. Wednesday, hopefully, planning some stuff with Chaos. Happy out. That'll be a good bit of crack. What are you thinking? Is it going to be Repo? Is it going to be a different game? What type of games are you going for yourself?
What? I didn't even make a sound.
Yep.
Because like your Repo crew, I've yet to end up joining them. I need to play more Repos. We're seeing here as your pop-up, as it's always a bit of crack in the whole lot, and I need to end up playing more of it. Then I convinced some people to end up doing Peak with me as well. I put it into a couple of streamer chats if people wanted to play Peak with me, because unfortunately Kicker has just been busy and Benakage the time hasn't suited until now. So we need to organise with some people to end up playing Peak again, because I want to try and get the golden bing bong at some point. Repo, Castle Crashers, and other games. Castle Crash. Do I even have that? As that goes on sale all the goddamn time. Also, by the way, Det, thank you so much. If you are still in the background there, thank you so much for the advice on that using Gary McCullough for this fight. It did end up making it so beautiful, and I'm glad for that. I don't own Castle Crashers yet, though it does look like a very interesting game. I think the game I would like to play with someone in that vein, Monster, is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I'd love to play that with a couple of people. Ooh, what is that emote? That is an epic emote by avoiding the puddle. That is awesome. I love that emote. That emote is gorgeous. I might do in the future, so. My big problem when it comes down to the VIG, and I understand it, is because the VIG streaming group is American based. It has to be during the American times. So if I organize anything, it's almost always 1 a.m., 2 a.m., that type of time. And I understand it. And I love DI and I love the VIG community. But like, I can only do that every now and again. I know I'm unemployed at the moment and I can do it now. But I'd love to be able to organize something with a bunch of people for 8 p.m. my time. Because if it goes long, that's fine. But like, I don't want midweek, especially especially the the European audience that I have. For some of them, I know most of my audience are American, but I don't want to go that way if at all possible. Which I know this is a rant, but you know what I mean. But I'll organize it later. By the way, Danu is an awesome design, even if Danu is just a copy and paste of Demeter. Like in terms of lore, Danu in this game is pretty much Demeter. Thank you so much, Ravage. It is a pleasure. Thank you for coming in, my friend. May your pussycat jam to all of your worlds, my friends, please. If you haven't, another fantastic streamer that ends up popping around here and having fun as well. Give Ravage a follow as well. Unfortunately here, dealing with the crippling addiction of World of Warcraft. You know, the disease ends up targeting way too many people, and the poor person has to do it. I have a couple of friends who can't join us because of schedules and time zones. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Hey, that's life. That's life, the universe, and everything in it, kid.
I'm dead. No!
That was hardly hardcore WoW, was it, Ravage? By the way, if you're lurking, no bother whatsoever. As I say, lurk-friendly chat. If you want to converse, you're willing to converse. I don't bite unless you want me to. So, anyways, let's get back into this and see what Dogda and Danu end up saying. You're not the leader humanity seeks. You must return and be reborn anew. Wipe me out and bring me back as many times as you like. You want to be a good god so badly. Scratch and paint me over. That's your lot after all, until existence fading memory. No. No. In this case, I don't like Dogda. Because Dogda was, he's this anti-hero in Apocalypse. But he's right here. In this case, he's right. He doesn't deserve to be taken out. He wants to just live his own life. I'm not bloody killing him. You can do it yourself, Danu, if you want to.
Oh.
Oh, you can only get one or the other?
Really?
Yeah. So we'll get rid of a demon and end up getting him. So who will we dump? But you need to be neutral aligned. I don't have a goddamn clue what alignment I'm on. I think I'm neutral aligned, if I'm honest, Death, but I haven't a clue. I'll look in a minute and find out where I am. I think I'm neutral aligned. Oh no, I know the tech. I know the tech and how to do it. You have to go up to Tokyo and end up looking there. I know the actual tech, how to check it. Yeah, by the way, this is my Cuchulainn. I probably do need to make him stronger, but that's my Cuchulainn at the moment. Really? I thought it increased the power of this. Yes, true. It's 1.75 instead of 2. Yeah. Who the fuck do I get rid of? We brought you back for a specific reason, Jack, but I think we have to get rid of you again. It does 1.8 instead of 2.5, so it does more damage attacking twice. Okay, that's fair enough.
I'm done.
Really? High restore does more. I have never seen that skill as interesting. His move always generates a press turn. I'm gonna have to look at High Restore again and see what it ends up doing. I must have misinterpreted what High Restore does, so...
Welcome.
Because I thought High Restore just gave you extra... Just gave you extra MP on a crit. Okay, High Restore, High Restore, High Restore, High Restore. MP Recovery when the user strikes a foe's weakness or lands a critical hit. Oh, you're right. You're right. Interesting. Huh. That's annoying because I'm almost positive one of Cuchulainn's base skills was high restore when we had the potential to do the fusion. Also, there's Dogda, by the way. That's hilarious that you have to have a level 82 demon to fuse a level 80. That's genuinely hilarious. That's the first time I've seen that happen. Also, if you get the Pernapit to give him his joint Magasuchi skill, he is amazing that way too. I haven't used, I must admit, I haven't used much of the Magasuchi skills. I've just been doing critical and going on that way, if I'm honest. But let's have a look. I'm not going to go all the way back to refusing Cuchulainn, but he did end up getting it, didn't he? No, he didn't. Okay, so we have to give him it himself. Then in that case... For the Cuchulainn, we give it high restore. I'm guessing you probably want restore and high restore on Cuchulainn, do you? Or do you just go for one of them? His Magasuchi skill lowers attack and defense on all enemies, max and an AoE piercing. That's what I figured it was, like the Frosts. I figured it was going to be exactly like the Frosts. I just go 1 because I grab the other support skill, like enduring an abyssal mask for him. Interesting.
How is this?
So we're not going to give Enduring Skull to him yet. Enduring Soul to him yet. Because we're going to wait until I reform my... Oh no, I don't even need to. I have them here. Yeah, because we can give him this. So that's fine. As for... Abyssal Mask... We can use you. And then later on, when we want the high Feroma, I don't bother helping his resistances past his elect weak because it takes away a useful skill slot to help us damage. True, I just don't have the high force Feroma yet. So... why do you even give him Abyssal Mask? Because, like... I suppose you just don't want the resistances to the two things. But the ailments is useful as well, I suppose. Helps for the demi-fiend. True. True.
How is this?
Well, I'll give him that for now anyways. So...
Return.
he's still really low level, so we won't really be using him, but that's not really the point. Not at the moment, anyway.
Welcome to...
So we'll just go with this for now and see how things go. So, let's go into the Demon Hut, and then we'll actually look at Dogda and see how he is. Critical Zealot 2. Yes, I forgot about Critical Zealot. Yeah, we'll go and we'll look for that in a second. Now, to be fair, I should probably be doing that. The fucking irony. The fucking irony that this skill pops up now. The absolute irony of that is hilarious. Like, sometimes I swear this game is listening to me. I swear it's listening to me. Now, the other thing I have to keep in mind, too, is in theory, I should be probably giving Critical Zealot and the whole lot to the Nahalbino, and, like, using it for the likes of Rat Tempest and Murkamo once it ends up coming down. Like, this isn't a great Nahalbino build at the moment. It does its shtick, and we do a lot of damage, but, like, this isn't the final thing with the Nahalbino. So, I know Critical Zealot is useful to put on him as well. I would help, but Murkamo does have a lower crit rate compared to the other skills. Yeah. Of course, you can obviously give Murderous Glee and shite like that as well. Matter of how much you're willing to bother your ass to do it, too. I wonder if Physical Feroma will boost the Gale Bjorg. Do you want to give Physical Feroma? So, like, do you want to do that? But it's a strength-based move. So aren't strength-based moves considered physical? I'm actually not sure how. Oh, because I timed you out for 24 hours. Okay, fair enough. That's nice to know. That's nice to know. That's nice to know. That's nice to know. Okay, then in that case, we'll just continue with this, so. Yeah, oh, I put it down as seconds instead of minutes. I put it down as 1,444 minutes is a day, not seconds, so that's my bother. No! Debt, do not apologize. Do not apologize. I'm a pig ignorant piece of shit, so it's nice to know the actual, you know, ways of improvement. So do not at all apologize. Now, the actual irony of the fact that you did this too, to talk about our good old friend, Cuchulainn, because Cuchulainn's actually going to be surprisingly useful for the next fight.
Right.
A moment.
Should have checked to see what his essence has and used it. I should have known that was going to happen. Also, screw it, we have them. Now, as we stated before, when the advertisements ends up happening, we wait. Now, in this particular case, I'm going to rush my ass over to the actual next fight that we're doing, considering it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to rush my ass over to the next fight first, and then, and just get myself set for it. But we won't actually start it until the advertisement is finished. Proficiency lowers the MP cost and does damage as well on skills. I didn't know that it affected the damage. I knew it affected the MP cost. %98 of what, Senior Up? I haven't been paying attention. My PC currently keeps using... Oh, the CPU. That's what. Okay. Damn, that's annoying. That is annoying. The Doomsday trailers that's coming out, so I'm going to end up watching that. I'm not going to show it on stream because I'm not getting copyrighted, but I'm going to watch that, so bear with me 1 second. Just bear with me while I watch it. God, why is Robert Downey Jr. doing that voice? Ooh. I like the way that Mystique looks. Huh. I don't know. I like the look of that trailer. I know there's some people that are worried about the Doomsday movie because obviously it's a bunch of world hopping and incursions crap happening. I don't know. To me, that looks interesting. Yeah, everything is fine, big man. Just annoying crap. What can you do with it? Anyways, we tried this once before, and the fact that he reflected physical caused us a problem here. So this time, let's see how we do when we go up against Daddy Mephisto. Ooh, actually, let's check Dogda. While the Omani is active, users with positive skill potential may inflict sleep or insta-kill. What does that mean? Because, like, why would you be using a skill that's not positive? Lost hit, severe, chance of insta-kill, medium, more damage there, and then Luster Candies. Lost hit is the only thing that's useful, and the insta-kill chance will be tiny, so... He's null physical, though. Dogda's interesting. He's interesting anyway, I'll say that. But let's get into this. And let's see how we do. In we go now versus the mighty Mephisto, my friends. You know what's really funny about this design of Mephisto? It actually looks a bit like Sacha Baron Cohen from Ironheart. The way that Sacha Baron Cohen's Mephisto looks in Ironheart. At least I think it does. Maybe you think I'm being a bit delulu. Or maybe you're an incredibly intelligent person and avoided Ironheart like the fucking plague. Because to be honest, that probably would have been the better idea, to avoid it like the goddamn plague. But what can you do about it? Anyways, let's try this fight and see how we do, my friends. We're not going to listen to any of this because we've already done it. We know that he's trying to create a proto-fiend. And let's see how he ends up doing. This one, in theory, should be easier than Dogda. I think we picked the hardest fight first when we went to these fights. But we'll find out really bloody quickly.
Murakumo!
Now, let's see. A level 69 Cucullin with Pierce. I usually do this guy before Dogda myself and get him to use against Dogda. Fair enough. But we'll see how it ends up doing. I don't know if Mephisto is in any games before this one. If he is, I think he might have been in Shin Megami Tensei V as a DLC. I thought we swapped out Garrett McCullough. That's a mistake. There's no way you block this. I was gonna say. So we're going to try and cheese this again, because why the bloody hell not? We spent the money making the Garrett McCall. If we could cheese it, why not? I love the look of this skill, by the way. Now, one of the things that's actually really funny, is in Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journeys, okay? The original Strange Journeys. It's insanely hard to do this. But in Strange Journeys, you can have a situation where you face an enemy that has Reflect. And if you have Reflect of the same element that they have Reflect in, it will go reflect, 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 and hit you. It's very funny. It goes reflect, 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 and hit you. Why it does 2 reflects before it hits you, I don't know. It's insanely hard to do and really fucking funny. But it's reflect, 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 and hit you. I'm not sure if that's the case in this game as well, if you've done a reflect to reflect to reflect to reflect. I'm not going to bother my ass setting it up to figure it out, but it is insanely funny. I'm also potentially not going to completely screw this fight to make this bitch easy for myself, but we'll see. Maybe I will because I'm lazy. Or that'll happen, and that might cause a problem. Well, it would, if I wasn't a cheap bitch.
This'll do.
I'm not doing no Nuzlocke, son. I can end up using items if I want to. This is so bloody cheap, though. Like, this is being really cheap. Oh, crikey. Luster candied himself. I wonder if there's a reason why this Mephisto is designed after the Pied Piper. I mean, we'll see in the lore afterwards, but I'm actually genuinely curious why this Mephisto is designed like the Pied Piper. Because that's what that design is, if you're not aware. That's the Pied Piper. Also, a god of Celtic myth and the supreme deity of Tudadundadon. His name means the good god. A glutton for porridge, he even tempered and excelled in martial arts. His treasures include a club with the power to destroy and resurrect, a golden harp that controls the seasons, and a cauldron of endless food. My friends, do you want to know what Dagda is? Dagda is Daddy Bear from Goldilocks and the Three Bears. That is literally what he is. He is Daddy Bear from Goldilocks and the Three Bears. If you are not aware or did not end up taking any considering, this god is literally Daddy Bear from Goldilocks and the Three Bears. He even is the one that created the porridge for Goldilocks to come and eat. He's Daddy Bear from Goldilocks and the Three Bears. For those of you that weren't aware. Also, by the way, we haven't given Tessa enough love today. Tessa, we need to give Tessa some love, you know. Our best girl, you know. We need to end up showing off Tessa. It's only right. You know, she hasn't been given enough love today. We have to make this into an emote at some point, but we need to give Tessa some love! And we promptly win next turn as well, which is hilarious. Thank you so much, Blue. As I stated multiple times, lurking is 100% friendly. Thank you all so much for being lurkers. I appreciate it more than you will ever know. And thank you all for enjoying the crack and staying with me. I love having you all here so much, and I hope you're enjoying my random nonsense of beating the absolute crap out of the devil. Well, one of multiple versions of the devil. As we now kill the devil.
Murakumo!
In a 100% fair fight that wasn't at all cheesed.
Eliminated.
Oh, he died.
It seems so.
Oh. Why did he die? Maybe Mephisto had already taken his soul? Would that be why? That's fascinating that he already died. Cool. Cool. Huh. Okay, well, we need to go to Tokyo now. Which means we get to see what alignment we're on. Because he lived for years, and the contract was broken, so eternal life buff wore off and rapidly aged. Ah, is that the point they were going for? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, yeah. I thought that he was... I didn't realize... And that's me not reading it, to be fair. I was skimmed through because I'd already heard it. I thought originally what they were going for was that... I thought they were going for the idea that he was trying to convert himself into a proto-fiend, and as a result of which that would have sorted things out. Yeah, I'm swaying back to back. I'm on neutral. That means I'm on neutral, right? 0 when it's swaying back to back like this. Yeah. So we should be able to get Danu. Yes, I heard about it. Legendary United player. It was 80s, he was 78 or something like that, wasn't it, Duck? Like, he was old enough.
Needed. See?
I don't know much about him. It's way before my time, sadly, but, you know, it's nice that people end up remembering them and giving the lineage they deserve and the whole lot. Okay. So we come back here. And let's see what we were told. Nita's dead. Return here for proper age. Worst case scenario for technology. So it seems that the doctor's life was irrelevant, even though he contributed so much to the organization. It would seem that it turned out all right. Nothing to worry about. God, you're an awful bastard. Now just need to keep that and get Infram and fill up 70 Demon Compendium like 70%. So I'm already there. That's why we went back. So, like, we're at the gate for the final section, and we just went back to finish all of the side quest bits. So we're already there, following enough. We've gotten through that final zone and the whole lot.
Right.
We're just doing the last bits of cleanup.
Speaking of
we
which...
can make a virtual down. If you give that to me, I can analyze the power and reconstruct the demon. Okay, good. Now we're actually able to fuse him. It is the canon of creation, big man. I have never played Shin Megami Tensei V, so I wanted to do the canon of creation first. So this is the canon of creation, and we do plan on coming back and doing the canon of vengeance afterwards. I just figured, why not? Give it a go and see what it's like, you know? At some point. We mightn't do it straight away, but we'll do it at some point. It's insanely unlikely that reflect damage is going to do crits. So I don't think we take critical zealot. If I'm wrong, then fucking I'm wrong. The Seed of Dana. Now we can, with Mother and God together, restore press turn icons to the state they were at the start of the turn. Ooh, that could be very useful depending on how you're able to do it.
Right.
So now we can fight Dogda again now as well. We better be able to fuse Danu. If I can't fuse Danu, I'm actually going to be slightly disappointed.
Yes?
Oh, this is how we get Mephisto. Why?
Yes? Yes? Yes?
Why do we get Mephisto this way? Who do I drop? We want you to get the null ice. I mean, it is unfortunately you, but we'll probably fuse you into something. We might make her stronger later on, but I think she's the one we dip. Sadly. We might bring her back and make her stronger later on. For now, I want to keep everyone else for the moment. So we're just going to get him free and then we'll fuse him later on.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I figured I needed him. I figured I needed to get him first in order to actually be able to fuse him. But let's have a look at him. So we need to end up looking at our favorite demon now before we do anything. So we need to give, we need to end up giving Tessa a bit of a look first, you know? Give Tessa a bit of a spin. Are you sure? Because it came up stating now you can fuse him, so I wasn't sure if the option would end up being there. But we need to give Tessa a spin, you know? There we go, Tessa in all of her wonderful glory. But here we go. He's down here. He defends charm. His skills are, while in the active party, increase damage for all allies when striking weaknesses of foes that have ailments. I won't be using that goddamn ability. Chance of instant kill when striking weakness. Fine. Chance of inflicting mirage to all... Oh, this is... Defense accuracy by 1. Oh my god. That's very strong. Stagnant Ear is very, very strong. I'm gonna have to search up what a good build is for him, because I don't know how to build him, but he can be very, very interesting. Because do you build him as your debuff? Do you build him as your buffer and debuffer, with the potential chance of doing a stagnant air on top of it, or do you build him as a damage dealer with this much goddamn magic? I'm not sure. We'll worry about that later on anyway, because we've one more fight we need to do beforehand.
Welcome.
Oh, he's a 4 summon and we don't have the demons. Belagor, of course it's fucking Belagor. The demon on the toilet. I usually do both damage and debuff. Fair enough. I mean, at the moment, my debuff is my healer. So you can see here, Lakshmi is my debuffer. You know, which is probably a bad idea, but that's what I have at the moment. I would, if Persona 4 is the game that you've played, I would recommend Persona 5 before coming to this. With that being said, this is still a very good game. This is still a very, very good game, Ravage. Its gameplay, again, I haven't played Metaphor ReFantazio, so let's be fair, Metaphor ReFantazio is probably better, but its gameplay is very, very, very good. It is by far the best quote-unquote gameplay of any Shin Megami Tensei game. I state that because I still prefer Nocturne, and the only reason I prefer Nocturne is I think debuffs are too expensive in this game. I think this game actively makes you want to avoid debuffs because of the price of them, and buffs as a result of it. And I think Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne done a better job of making them feel good. Now, it helped that Nocturne also had the ability that they didn't just expire. The fact that debuffs expire in 3 turns, with 2 turns, if you don't have Boom Burst, is a problem for me. I think I think this game kind of screwed itself with debuffs. Now, there's so many skills that give you debuffs that it doesn't matter. That's the reason why Jack Frost didn't leave my goddamn team until near the end of the game, because Jack Frost having that ability is just nuts. It's the reason why I normally build my teams, or have been building my teams, with Yasunune having Pierce and Fang, and then they're recently having Zugoshin with Pandemic Crush and Fang, because they're so cheap in terms of the MP that they lower down to defense, as opposed to the 100 damage that Lakshmi's MP ends up doing. You almost have to have chakra pots, you know? I still need to play 5, been in my backlog for years from the summer sale. I love it. Do you? I mean, you have Sakura, but the heal is shite. But the heal is shite. It's slight HP and MP. It isn't even worth it. Like, on this mode, on the level of mode that we're on, the amount of heal that this does, her Magasuchi skill gets you 30% AoE MP and 60% MP. I don't really care. That's fine. It's a nice Magasuchi skill, but I don't really care. It's a bad design of the game, in my opinion, to force the Magasuchi skills to be the way you build things around. If you get me. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, but like, these things are busted anyway if you use them right. I've just been using critical because it's the easiest one and I'm too lazy to figure out the other ones, you know? But I think it's a bad design that you need to use the Magasuchi skills. You know? Like, obviously you don't need to, you can do whatever you want. As I've been doing there, you can just go chakra pot yourself up. Like, they give you the ability to get chakra pots, you can just grind fucking chakra pots if you wanted to. But I just don't think, I think Nocturne is better designed as a result of this than this game. There's nothing wrong with this game in the way that it's designed. I just think Nocturne is better as a result of it, you know? Okay, anyway. Actually, wait. Like, again, that's why I'd be interested to see what to do with Metaphor Refantasio. Like, with Metaphor Refantasio, the lower back down debuffs or debuffs like this game, then new debuffs just break the game in two and didn't want to end up doing it. I don't know, I haven't played it, we'll figure out when I play it. I mean, I think Nocturne is better just because it is Dante. Do you think so? Because it's funny, because Dante isn't as strong as Raido Shushikogen. Raido Shushikogen is stronger than Dante. Just like the actual base design, the move that Raido ends up having, the whole lot, Raido is the better option. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter either.
Him on the edge. If he flies up here, he's cooked.
Thank you so much, big man, for the raid. How did the stream end up going? Let us know.
Both's gonna try
I
to
hope
jump
that the
on
crack
me.
was 90. I hope that you ended up enjoying yourself. Remember to give Dante his Pierce in HD. Yeah, but Raido has his Pierce in HD as well.
He's not.
And even if he didn't have his Pierce, you can just give him the Pierce skill. You can refuse him to give him the Pierce skill. So, like, that's the thing when it comes down to him. But yes, like, they're both about equal. They're both about the same. Raido is still technically stronger than Dante, but they're both about the same. I still think, and it's such a crying shame, I can actually get rid of him now. It's such a crying shame. I do think the most busted demon in Nocturne is Daisojo. I think Daisojo is the most busted demon in Shin Megami Tensei. Nocturne. And I actually need to get rid of him now because the salivation isn't a skill in this game, and I thought it might have been. So, although Preach is a very good skill, and although meditation is an insanely good and insanely cheap MP recovery, he's not it anymore. So actually, we're going to do that now, just for the future. It's a shame. I think he's the most busted demon in Nocturne. If give me a minute after this, after I finish in this, and I'll show you my Nocturne team, because I've been meaning to do it for a bit. It was good, bro. A little slow, but just getting back into it. Hey, that's the way to be, money. That's the way to be. Just enjoy it. see what you're at and enjoy what you're at. What were you playing anyway, if you don't mind me asking? Because it didn't come up telling me what you were playing. It just said that we were doing one thing. Magna, my friend, what's a crack-a-lack? My friends, if you can do another good streamer, another friend of the chat, give Magna a follow. Gent and a Scholar recently finished Octopath Traveler 0. Was enjoying the crack there.
That's a Jubileo.
Are you doing any more RPGs in the near future, my friend? Let us know if you are. How is life treating you anyways?
Not that spoon.
The spoons, no,
the spoon.
There's spoons in the way.
No, not at all, man.
Also, another thing about buffs in Nocturne is they never wore off like in this game. Well, I think that's better. I think that's better. Again, I wouldn't mind the cost of the buffs in this game if they didn't wear off. You know? Because, like, it means the use of Dakaja and Dakunda is more useful on the whole, and it comes down that way. I genuinely wouldn't mind that. I just think the cost profile means that the fact that they wear off is too much. That's where my problem is. And, like, it means that, with them never wearing off, it means that you could do extra crap with some of the demons. Like, Horse Peacock. Ardarachi, his fire move does automatic Dakunda. That's insanely useful. Trumpeter would be more useful bringing in because you need to do the cost risk profile of yourself versus the enemy. Elements such as that would be useful, you know? But with Nocturne, like, even with the buffs being as cheap as they were, Nocturne's not an easy game. This game's much easier than Nocturne, you know? Yeah, just came to see how it's going since I ain't ever playing this game. Do you think so? You don't think you'll ever give it a go, do you not, Magna? I'd give it a go if I can. Just for Tessa alone, I'd give this game a go. You do have Animo Zako, who flips buffs and refreshes them. Story-wise, a lot easier. Just in general, it's a lot easier. Super bosses this game has that over Nocturne. Well, yeah, but every game does. Like, Shin Megami Tensei V's super bosses are better than Nocturne. But keep in mind, this game also had a re-release and DLC. Nocturne didn't. When life is tough and things are tragic, have a spliff because it's fucking magic. Nah, Lucifer's still worse than Persona 4 Super Boss. I mean, kinda. Persona 3 though, yes. I don't remember the super bosses in the Persona games. I know they're there, but I don't remember what they are again. Because I know, like, obviously you have the Reaper in the Persona games, and he's pace easy in 5. The Reaper in Persona 3 is actually terrifying. But yeah, how's life treating you anyway, Connor? I hope that it's going good. And we're about to go in and do this fight and see how things end up going. Oh, it's this again. I forgot that this fight ends up having 3 of these pricks show up. We might actually be set up okay for this. I forgot what fight we were going into. Yep. Yep, I forgot what fight we were going into. And you're damn bloody right, I'm cheesing the fucker. No! I done the mistake again! Oh, you hit the wrong one, you absolute nincompoop! There was a 1 in 4 chance you hit the wrong one! Oh, that's hilarious. You absolute nincompoop. You absolute absolute idiot.
Watch this.
That's absolutely hilarious. Yeah, the reason why we didn't hit it, Det, is because I didn't want that to come back and bite me in the arse. So that's the reason why we didn't hit it. Because that shite happens. And we need to be careful of it. Now, we have Enduring Soul, so fuck it. Oh, I thought I had Enduring Soul. I didn't know that it wasn't Enduring Soul. That's stupid. Oh, she might never get to summon her second bloody minion to help her. If she doesn't get to summon her second minion, then we're in good places. Does she not have a magic move? Like, do I need to waste doing the Gara McCullough here? Because, like, she hasn't used a single magic move. Let's test her arm and see. Here's a conviction. Here comes our second enemy. Nice to know. Well, we're gonna find out our theory now in a minute. It does do magic skills. Nice to know. The instant kill will not do anything. There's no point. I would assume, based on the fact that you're a light user, that I know that Mephisto's gonna die immediately, but who gives two ends of a dog's bollocks? We're gonna do it anyway. Just for the gift you're looking at. I mean, it beats like hell, doesn't it, DJ? It's a monstrously good beat. We are actually starting to run out of chakra pots, so you need to be a bit careful on this one. We need to do a bit of grinding later on now and get our chakra pots back. Here comes our third wonderful little mix.
This'll do.
I don't know why you'd ever use Savage. If I'm honest. She can summon a fourth one? She can summon 4 of these? Okay, well that's a bit bull. How have I put myself in a position that this pillock is the only person with debilitate? I have met so many demons with debilitate. How the hell is this pillock the only one I have summoned that has debilitate? How have I fused all of them that this one is the one that has debilitate? Ugh.
Your turn. Go!
Wait a minute, have I missed something? Why is she not allowed to use this ability? I must have missed something. Yeah, I must be missing something. Why is she not allowed to use this ability? Is this the ability that you're on about that ends up giving you your MP back? Death, do you know why I'm not allowed to use it? What demon does she need to have with it in order to use it? Izanagi, a woman who comes around with the flower. Amana no Usanagi. Okay, screw it, I'll search it up. You're not showing me the group skills. Come on. Don't do that. Harvest Festival is that. I'm missing something here. Okay, what's the name of the skill? Okay, that's why. Fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Mistakes were made, so. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it didn't matter, but like, it's still slightly annoying.
This'll...
Cool about it. How did it miss Gira McCullough? That's hilarious.
It's time!
Oh, with the taunt up on the whole lot, it missed Gira McCullough. That's genuinely hilarious. Oops. Now, do we need to kill the shadows as well, or just killing her just do it for us? Good. Okay. Happy out. Alice is one of my favorite demons. I wish he was good in this game.
Yes. Farewell.
I wonder when we get to fuse him. Alongside you. Good, we got the bloody tit. So the mirages are gone. Happy out. I wonder how you're meant to get Big Man. How you're meant to get him in to be future Saguku or whatever the hell his name is. So what is this one like? Marcy. We literally done this in the wrong order. We literally done this in the worst bloody order, but who cares? Holy crap! I mean, other than getting the Demi-Fiend, she might be the bloody essence you end up using. Crikey! When the user receives an attack with Pierce, counter with a heavy light attack with Pierce, may inflict Mirage. Holy shit, that's strong. Great effect if the target is miraged. If only it was actually possible to mirage people. Frugaline. So she's not exactly that useful, annoyingly, but it's something. So, we have now done pretty much all of the side quests that we're able to do. We have 2 side quests left, Masakado and the Demi-Fiend. Neither of which we're going to do until after we finish the main game. Okay? But the next time we go live, yeah, but I'm not boosting myself up to level 90 to do it now. Maybe we could take Masakado at level 79. Like, maybe we're strong enough to take Masakado. I'm not arse bothering. I'll do the Masakado fight when we're closer to the actual level for it. But for now, we have the actual main end of it there. Funny enough, Garamacala helps a lot in that fight. Well, Garamacala, if we use Garamacala the way we've been using Garamacala will be useful in every fight that doesn't have Pierce. But we have the side quests done there. We have ourselves ready to go on to the actual end of this particular section of the game, and then we'll finish the last 2 bits. We'll do whatever grinding we need to do to potentially face off against the Demi-Fiend when we need to, but that is future Craic's problem. That is what we go on to. Now, my friends, I'm going to rate us out. He's live at the moment, and I want to send us over to him just for the gift because I'm not able to end up doing it, and it's been so long since I've had the chance. I'm going to send us over to Senior Walt. So I am. I'm going to send us over to Senior Walt and spread the love over that way. So, my friends, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you all so much for coming in. I'll be live again tomorrow at some point in time. We'll see what ends up happening with it. If you can, for the love of the game, send this raid message or something akin to it for the Craic. I'm not sure what I'll be at tomorrow, whether or not it'll be this or something else. We shall see. But until then, my friends, thank you all for coming around. I have been Stupid Sexy Craic. Make sure your Craic is 90. Shalom, Gafol, and as always, my friends, Poke Mahone. Adios, amigos.